Good evening and welcome back to the Mancunian Way. My name is Martin. I am your host and welcome to the latest After Dark call-in special. We hope you are well. Let me just make that a little bit smaller. We don't want that so big, do we? Hang on a minute. No, we don't want that. Jesus. No, we don't want that one either. Whoa, what's going on here? Right, hang on. Oh dear. There we go. A bit down. There we go. There's a nice one. I'm trying to make that a bit smaller, but it's not. There we go. Right. Okay then. Good evening. We hope you are well and welcome back to the channel. Yeah, tonight's a phony show. We are going to We'll might have some panel members on. Please remember to be respectful in all opinions and views. We can disagree, but please be respectful. Big up Ash Remontada for tomorrow night. We'll talk about that as well. Full time at the Etihad, City 4, Real Madrid 0. I hope so. Come on, City. Teal's here. Shake your head to Cup Madrid. Let's go. Link says City. Tone. Hello, mate. I know you're not here anymore, but big up. Rodri on a field going to Summit. No, I'm not going to answer that. It's time to think, and we'll have, well, I've already told you what I think about that. Hit the like, support the channel and the team to the end. There won't be a remontada with Cherky on the bench. Simple. It's the we'll see that makes me think nice. He's going out before he sounded like, yeah. The Samaritan link, big up, mate. 6 days left on the youth charity cancer support. Please go and give that a lot of support. There you go. It is on the screen now. All you need to do is whack up to that QR code. It'll take you straight to the link. It is in date. 6 days left. £1 makes a big difference. And we have friends of the channel who are suffering with that as well at the moment. So please give generously if you can afford it. It does mean a lot. The club has obviously tried. He hasn't signed it. Nope, not at the minute. The club has to do everything to keep him. Well, the club are doing everything, Josh. If he won't sign, mate. I don't know why he'd even want to go. He can just go to Spain when he's 32 because he wants to go and win in La Liga, maybe, at his boyhood club. That ACL was generally so sad and unlucky. Things we'd been so different without it. It's about to say, yep, he was actually. Until, anyway, we'll get into it tonight. Evening, Simo. Rodri's comments look like he's gone. We should go for 2. Well, we are going for 2, mate. Evening, John Grogan. Hope you are well. Club and players need us now to stand behind them, not just during the good times. 2 domestic cups still on and firmly in the UCL. Then we go again. Spot on, mate. Yeah, please make sure you smash those likes on the way in. You do wipe your feet when you go in someone's house. Make sure you smash those likes. Martin, I will talk about that in a bit. I promise you. If City have the mentality that we know, then they have a chance. But if they have the mentality, they have lately no chance. Yes, Dylan. Third chat with Martin tonight. I know you stalker, you, Nick. Phoning show, will Pep Guardiola be on the panel? Maybe. Big Steve just sent the big 6 that Echeverri and Nappum will stay next season. Any truth? I've heard Echeverri is going back out on loan. Naipan, I think, will stay. Echeverri, I don't know. We'll see. I think it depends who they bring in, Simon, because I think there's going to be up to 10 players will leave in the summer, and I think we'll buy a few as well. Score prediction for tomorrow, we lose 2-0. Our stadium needs to be on fire tomorrow. Hopefully we have the best crowd. He's not going to his bio club. The club he's supported, mate. Not in my lifetime raid. Big up, Luke, for the raid. Appreciate that, mate. I go for Tonali, Watt, and Anderson. Don't think it'll be all 3. Big up, Luke. Big up the Not in My Lifetime Raiders. Yeah, go and give Luke a lot of love over in Not in My Lifetime. Crowd can't play the game and it won't make a difference anyway. Come on, positivity, BB. Great shoe, Luke. Now we go again. Hello, Martin. Would you take Anderson? Maybe he's the 8 that I needed. I've seen him play. Yes. Martin, how are you? Feel low. Right, I'm going to get into it. You trust Real Toma? Oh. It's like everything. Sometimes he gets things wrong. Sometimes he gets things right. No fire in the stadium. True fans are outpriced. Yeah, I said I know he wants to win the league, but why does he need to leave now to do it? Because he's still got plenty of time to do it at his best. Well, his girlfriend's already in Spain, I believe. Tonali, Anderson, Gibbs, White, 2 of the 3 will come. I think it'll be 2 midfielders. Depends who leaves. Right, let's get into it. It's been a real shit week. Real crappy little week for Manchester City Football Club. But, and listen, I'm going to give my opinion. If you don't like it, you don't have to watch. Very, very simple. I think some of the stuff that's come out this week from some of our fans, I won't say all, some of our fans, is deplorable. Absolutely deplorable. And don't give me the standards crap, because I'm not buying it. Abuse is not criticism. Abuse is not criticism. And people are really mixing up criticism and abuse. Because some people criticize and they call it criticism. If I got criticized in the way some that's been going on this week, then I'm sorry, it wouldn't G me up to go to work the next day. It'd make me want to stick two fingers up to the place and go, bye-bye. So, yeah, it's not. I think people are confusing abuse. And this thing of you're either a hater or you're a pep sexual or you're a main road wanker or you're a new fan. I don't get it. It makes no sense to me whatsoever. We're all meant to be Blues. We work together. 2 seasons without a title, you may think is deplorable and unforgiving. Then fair enough. Arsenal have gone 22 years and not won a title. United have gone 13 years and not won a title. We're crying over 2 years. You know, if we're going 3, 4, 5 years, then yeah, 100%, I'm right behind you. But this 2 seasons without the league, and the season's over, garbage. We're still in both domestic trophies. We're still got a chance, a very small chance tomorrow. But this thing, I'm seeing people falling out, calling each other on YouTube, calling each other out on YouTube. When did YouTube become Cross TV? Seriously, when did YouTube become Cross TV? When did it become AFTV? When did we become AFTV? People used to take the piss out of AFTV and laugh at it and, popcorn emojis. Now they're doing it for us. People are doing popcorn emojis for our shows. It's crazy. I never thought I'd see popcorn emojis from rival fans in our shows. It astounds me. And the thing is, then you get, you're not criticising. We are criticising. We're just doing it in a calmer manner. Listen, I'm not going to sit here and chuck stuff out of a window and throw my chair in the air to get my point across. I'm 43. I'm going to do it in a calmer manner. Nowhere does it say, listen, if I'm going to be a pep sexual, let me be a pep sexual. Yeah, he's fine, Simon. Thank you for asking. If I want to be a happy clapper, allow me to be a happy clapper. I don't get it. If people want to sell Haaland and sat Pep, fine, just say it. What annoys me is that they're dancing around the subject of, well, I'm not sure. Well, it's up to Caldoon, it's up to Biana, it's up to this. No, if you pep out, just say pep out. Don't be scared about it. You are entitled to your opinion. But this atting people, atting players, get out of our football club. Atting players because of their skin colour. Atting players, I'm sorry, because you're a main road wanker. What the hell is this? And don't give me the standard stuff. And don't give me the Caldoon stuff. Every CEO or owner will say they're going to achieve the best. There is one trophy. One trophy. And everyone's blown up into this. We must win a title. It went from challenging to we must. And then they say to me, well, I want company. I'll give company time. If we're not willing to give Pep Guardiola the time, and he's been the most successful manager ever in football for us, and then you're all telling me you're going to give company the time. No, you're not. No. And Simon, I get the club holding standards, but I'm not here for that. That's my point, Simon. Fans don't dictate what goes on. Fans don't dictate who signs, who comes. We are supporters. The clue is in the name, support. I've seen people wanting to sell their tickets for tomorrow night. Give over. You paid your money. It doesn't, like I said, it doesn't say in it guaranteed win. People have just got to calm down a little bit. Seriously, because I'm going to be honest with you, this week's been embarrassing. Embarrassing from a Manchester City content creator view. The way we're carrying on. And then I have standards. You don't have, you know what I mean? What we're doing here. You have standards. So what you're telling me is, because there's reports today, we're going to get dropped down to non-league if this 115 hits. So where's our standards then? So if we're in non-league, are we not got standards then? Come on. But listen, it's your opinion. I get it. If you're only here for trophies, that's fine. Just say I'm only here for trophies. Not a problem. Not a problem. Don't be scared of saying it. Or to me anyway, because it's fine. But I keep saying it. Khaldoon will leave one day. Sheikh Mansour will leave one day. Guess who the one constant in the whole scenario is? Us. We're the constant. And I'm sorry, it's made me question everything. It's made me question everything on YouTube this week. It's made me question whether I want to carry on. And I know I've said it before, but if the way to get views in this game is to be hyperbolic and to scream the loudest and demand standards, then the game ain't for me then anymore. Sorry, it ain't. This is the second season in a row. I'm seeing people not want to come on shows at the minute because of this. People are tagging players abuse. And then they go, we'll get them off social media. All right, so someone calls your mum a bitch. Tell her not to read it. It is stupid. It really is stupid. Listen, I understand frustration. I understand anger. What I don't understand is abuse, and it's gone into the abuse category this week. It's gone to abuse. And one of our biggest games tomorrow night where we need everyone behind us, and all we've done is bitch, complain, and slag this week. And I get it's because Arsenal are going to win the league. And just say congratulations, Arsenal, move on. It's took Arsenal 6 years to get to this level. It took Arsenal 6 years to win a league. We're crying after not winning it in 2. United haven't won a league for 13. We have no right. We have no God-given right to demand titles. Titles are earned, not just entitled and given. They're not just given. I'm not going to call people out because that isn't my MO. That isn't what I do. And people can do how they want. Just I won't engage with it. I have a choice not to watch. I have a choice not to get involved. I have a choice, as you people do, have a choice to watch me or don't watch me. We're an happy club. Sorry, because I've had my staples out, so my hair's a bit thing. So many people have left YouTube in the last few weeks because of this going on. I don't care if you're from Nigeria. I don't care if you're from the USA. I don't care if you're from the moon. What I care about is being a decent human being. And we've lost that because we're so angry with what's going on in the world that you've got the UK angry about immigration and everything else. You've got America angry about ICE and everything else. And it's crazy. And everyone just then goes in a big old bundle and they explode on social media. I'm seeing people saying they've got to take time away for a mental health break. It's crazy. It's utterly crazy what's going on. Decent human beings is stopped. And people think criticism is abuse, and it's not. I keep saying it. Saying someone's shit is not criticism. There's no criticism in calling them shit. Yeah. But we're going to talk about it tonight. Big up. I know Miss Lowe's in the comments. I'm going to put the link out soon. So if you want to come. Good evening, BB. Luke, we have to be earned titles by playing well. Exactly. We're not consistent. We're not good enough right now. Simple fact, we're not good enough right now. I don't care about how much we spent. Liverpool have spent $500 million and they're lower than us. Real Madrid have spent money. Barcelona spent some money. Man United have spent 2.5 billion. Chelsea have spent God knows that. Spending money means nothing. Spending money on the right players means something. Blue Moon, Pep out in his eye game because he knows how to set a defence up. Pep doesn't. What we're doing with the second best defence in the league then? How this is my argument back, Kevin. How have we got the second best defence in the league then? And we've also got the second or third best attack as well in chances created. But they can't just keep going back to the past. Things are completely different and the standard is monumental. Doesn't matter. I can go about Josh. Why are Man United and Liverpool allowed to talk about their past then? This is my question, Josh. Why are Liverpool allowed to talk about 6 Champions Leagues? Why are Man U allowed to talk about 20 league titles? But we're banned from talking about our past and where we came from. That's the difference, Josh. It's why I would totally disagree with you. Other teams bigger than us are allowed to talk about their history and we're not. Why? They were great at the beginning. They became car cross TV at the end, and I'm not interested in that. I live in Cardiff. There's a different protest every 2 days. Yeah. You got war happening, so coach is going to be more expensive for away days. 75 days of constant rain hasn't helped the mood. Everyone just soft as foot these days. Nah, disagree with that. Disagree with that, Jay. That's making an excuse. What, do you mean the people who are moaning or the people who are saying they shouldn't moan? Which way, Jay? And then I'll give you my opinion on that. Simon, they were toxic, mate, because I don't know what you mean by that, Jay. There's always a way some use dodgy sticks. It's not that 2 years is bad. It's the fact we're better than I don't think we are. We're not, Josh. We're not better than the Arsenal team. We're not. It's where I will disagree with you. We're not better than the Arsenal team. They have deeper defence and a deeper everything else than us. Too much information out there. Brains are like sponges. Nothing we can do. Hey, oh, just what a decent performance. Exactly. If we play how we are right now, we're winning 0 trophies. But that doesn't help either, kid. We need to improve, but let's get behind the lads. Big Steve just said maybe Foden needs a new manager. When did he say that? What's the J thing? Spending money only matters when it's set. Yep. Protesters find a new one all the time. They'll give up on the Ukraine now and move on to the Middle East. Inzaghi, nope, don't want Inzaghi. Because we keep the ball for a long time, but without any purpose. Doesn't make our defence crap, though. Pep out fans, fuck off, support a different club. People just lack patience and can't bear Arsenal. I think that's part of the reason they can't bear Arsenal winning the league. I've seen Arsenal win many leagues. I've seen Arsenal win leagues more than Arsenal fans have. That means was on about how different players we have tried to play different players don't know what to do. New manager has to become many guys. And until when? He doesn't win a league in 2 years? People forget that we're in a transitional year and we still have a final and fail. Spot on. There's no way this season's over. Bottling a title race we've hardly been in. Other teams with only one shot on target against us, so you are completely missing the point here. I'm not missing the point. Listen, Kevin, we agree to disagree, mate. Things would have been different if we beat Chelsea, Spurs and Forest. Josh Mainroad was an education in being a City supporter, 100%. For me, the attack is the problem. I didn't slag off Sean Goater and Barry Conlon and Jerry Craner. I'm not going to start slagging off Erling Haaland and Cherky and all that. I'm not going to do it. 115 mud corners, Arsenal crap from your entire history is dirty. Your entire history is dirty, mate. Look up George Graham. All games we should have easily won. 115, so you know their Royal is inferior to Arsenal. Or is your Royal better? Problem is, Jay, it's got nasty, mate. It's got nasty and it shouldn't do. Arsenal squad is miles. It is miles better. You Can't sack Pep, 6 titles in multiple cups, 10 seasons, such toxic in fan base. Pep decided to time to get you back on track. Boss man, keep going, you get banned, mate. On the Big Six show. Well, that's fine then. I've not heard him say that. Maybe he does. We'll see, won't we? But everyone wants to sell him. We have a Foden needs to improve massively. We have a far superior team than Arsenal on paper. Football's not played on paper, mate. It's not paid on paper. So did Liverpool spend a lot of bad money? Do you think midfield be enough in the summer, or do we need one more? I think 2. If you lose Rodri, you'll need 2. Exactly, Nick's far too inconsistent. Anyway, I'm going to open the phone lines in a minute. You have to be a City fan. We don't have to be, but you have to be sensible. Any dickheads are getting banned and removed immediately. So moderators, get ready. But I am going to share this link out. Please be respectful. Try and have your camera on if you can. I will pin it at the top. Oh, and I can find it. There it is. So if you do want to come and have your say, you are more than welcome. Where the frig's that gone? I don't know what's happened here. It's been a bit stupid. There we go. Pin message. There you go. It's at the top. So there you go. So you can come and have your say. Martin, do you think we'll be close to a title winning? I think we'll win the title next year. If we get the signings. Obviously, it will depend on the summer, Kieran, 100%. Depend on the sale. What's Lee Gunner going to do when Arsenal win the league? His views are going to bomb. Listen, I like Lee Gunner. I like Lee. I know he's not everyone's cup of tea. Keep banning them Arsenal mutants. But Cade, what if Pep stays in 27-28? Bang on Harry. Martin, good evening. Not every chance to win is a guaranteed success. Never has been. Luke can't talk. He said it's time to go. Martin Marsh, just stop that. We're not doing that. We have to call out poor mistakes. Maybe that's why we need to sell a lot. Yeah, I agree. We've made poor signings, Simon. Totally agree with you. We've bought too many project players. Too many project players. I totally agree. Big up, Big Steve. Setting record straight, been saying instead was Haaland gender is a problem in the fan base. I think it's just an agenda, full stop. We'll see. We'll see, Jay. Maybe he does. Any troop that told me said Foden you got offer but less money. No, it's not less money. He didn't say that. He said no increase. He didn't say less money. Liverpool spent a lot of shit money too. Well, everyone wanted to. Well, I've sent the link out, mate. Didn't articulate my point because it was... Well, Luke, you want to come on, mate? You're more than welcome. It's not just we can't talk about the past. We can't just say not winning the league this year is okay. But we're not. But what we're saying is we're not saying it's okay, Josh. We're saying it doesn't deserve the meltdown it's getting. We have no right to demand the league every single season. No right, no entitled. Anyway, we're going to bring in Ariano. Ariano, good evening. How are you? Hello. Ariano, are you there?
Do you hear me?
Yep, can hear you now. Oh, can't hear you again.
What about now?
Yep, can hear you now. What would you like to talk about,
perfect.
mate? Thank you for joining us.
I mean, honestly, that West Ham result probably, affected a lot of the fans after the loss against Madrid. And look, I think we saw different stuff against West Ham, like better things. We created more chances. We looked more threatening. But I think it's the way Pep is starting off the games. He's starting too conservative. You don't have that like spark in there that you need. You have 3 strikers, but it's all well and good having 3 strikers. You can't create for them. There's no point of having them there.
Oh, sorry, how would you sell it tomorrow, for example?
Tomorrow? The full lineup or the attack?
Well, your forward line. Because obviously,
The forward line.
What would your forward line be?
still torn on whether I want to play Semenyo or Doku because you obviously need the goals. But it would be Chelsea, Holland, and yeah, it's a debate between Semenyo or Doku. But I think I would put Doku in there just because I think you need the most creativity you can possibly get on there.
Martin, you said we had to properly challenge. We've challenged, mate. Second's challenging. Second's challenging for me, Martin Mash. I never said it had to go to the last day. People have got mistaken there. That's challenging second, isn't it? And we're in a cup final on Sunday. I don't know. Oriana, where are you at with this week? Because I know we've got Pep In, Kingsley, and Dylan that'll come in soon. But Luke's going to be a member on the panel because he always is on air. Oriana, where are you at? Where are you at with this week? Do you think do you understand the meltdown? Do you think it's gone too far? Where are you at with it?
I understand it to a point, yeah. It has gone a little bit too far points, but I still understand it because obviously the decisions Pep made, it made no sense. Like the lineups, I didn't like them. Overthinking the Madrid game, especially that bothered me because you have the tools in the team, you do, and I know people get onto Holland especially for not showing up in those games, but you're not creating anything for him. You can't play three strikers. He won't do anything. And it gets frustrating when you make the runs and you don't get the passes. I know people look at the moments he doesn't make the runs, but they forget about all the moments he made the runs and he didn't get the ball. That starts to get to you a little bit. You don't feel up for it at some points once you don't get the service at all.
Mm-hmm. No, I get that. So what would your lineup be for tomorrow?
I would go for Donnarumma and net, Nunes. You can pick whoever, Diaz or Kusanov, I really don't care. But I would go for Gehi, Aït-Nouri, and the midfield three, Bernardo, Rodri. And I think I'm still debating who I should start, Nico O'Reilly or Nico G. But I'll probably just stick with O'Reilly because we've seen it work before. Don't want to be trying out new things in a game like this. And the front three, I would go for Doku, Cherki, and Holland.
No, but Eddie's joining. He's just finishing up at work, mate, and then Ed will be joining. Good evening, DC. How the devil are you? Oriana, we're going to move on now. Any final thoughts, mate? We do appreciate you calling in.
Oh, nothing much. Appreciate you guys. I appreciate you guys having me on.
Again, mate. So we'll get these back going, and you're more than welcome. Thank you for joining on, mate. Keep the faith. We'll get there, mate. We're going to bring in Pep Guardiola. Well, Pep In, as he calls it. Good evening, mate. How are you?
Hey, good evening. Big up, lads.
Yeah, mate.
How's it going? How are you, Luke?
I'm good, bro. No, I'm good. Yeah, I'm going tomorrow. I'm looking forward to it. I mean, the thing is, people will go playing, we're 3-0 down. Football's a funny old game. Let's see what happens. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I'd like to believe that we have a chance, but it's not looking good, bro. It's very interesting what Pep did regarding the closed training. I don't know why he did that. I thought maybe he can do like some tactics or anything like that. It seems that we might just.
I think he's took him out the firing line this week.
Fair enough.
Well, I don't even know. Pep does know about what's gone on this week, and he knows about the criticism. So he's kind of took them out of it.
Well, then again, the last time we did this was at Dortmund. We won 4-1. Like they didn't train at all. We won 4-1 the day after. So it can work. So what we got to do right? What we got to do right tomorrow? Like I've been critical. All been critical. And at the end of the day, right? It's fans. We're emotional. Is how it is. But we're not as personal. We don't get personal. You just got to just go again next game. Again, like I say, we're all human beings. We all say a few things at the moment. But at the end of the day, right? It's our love for the club. But it will never get personal because honestly, what's the point of that? What do you get out of being personal with other people or players? At the end of the day, right? They know who we are. End of the day, right? We're just people that talk on these shows, and it doesn't give us a chance to chat. So all we can do, really, I think, what we've got to do from now on, right, is just drop all the anger stuff, right, and just get behind them. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not. Look, if Arsenal win the league, right, they win the league. Is that bad for you? Get off X, get off social media, and just because otherwise, if you just let that affect you, then you care way too much than you really should do. Like, it should be more about City and nothing else. It's how it should be, really. But everyone's different, I suppose.
Yeah. I mean, I'm going to ask. By the way, I'm going to ask this of everyone. How do you feel this week? I'm going to ask this of everyone. So anyone in the background, please, I will answer you as well. How has this week gone too far in the way we're all acting?
Yep.
Yeah, 100%. I feel like an Arsenal fan, just complaining all the time.
You're not on AFTV. I promise you, you are not on AFTV.
I'm on the fan cam. That's on the ground. Shit.
I mean, we have high standards at this club, and after what happened last season, we had our hopes that maybe the players can deliver something great for us, either a Prem or Champions League. You know, I'll take a semi-final Champions League. That'll be good for me. But obviously, you know, you want the silverware. Yeah, I mean, I don't really, like, I'm sorry to say, I don't care about the Carabao. Maybe I care a little bit about the FA Cup. But yeah, those two trophies, I'll just take either one, and I'm sure that all of us are aligned on this. But yeah, that Madrid game was painful to watch because it wasn't a good watch. We felt the team struggling from the first goal. Again, it's the collapse that hurts. Where is the composure? Where's the leadership? Where's the experience? We've been to Santiago Bernabeu numerous times. It felt that the players were just maybe confused. I don't want to say scared, but it feels that they were intimidated by the atmosphere. And I'm hoping that the Etihad will be rocking tomorrow. Game is tomorrow, right?
Yes,
Yep.
tomorrow.
Okay.
It'll be rocking if I have anything to do with it. I'll be making it fucking rock.
I would love to be there, you know, just to back the team. But yeah, I'm coming in actually like 3 days to the UK, so I'm missing it. Yeah.
Are you doing any games?
I'd love to. Yeah, I'd love to. But tell me which game I should go to.
How long are you here for? Because obviously there's a cup final on Sundays.
Yeah, there's also an international break coming up.
Like, damn
like
it.
England game. Like England game.
It's I'm staying for 2
There's an
weeks.
England game coming up.
3 weeks. Is it Chelsea away in it and Arsenal home in it, or is Liverpool in the
There's
cup?
Liverpool in the cup.
The cup, yeah, Liverpool in the cup. I was going to say is that one.
Oh
So,
yeah, I can do that one.
To be
Yeah, for
fair,
sure.
that one should be alright because it's a cup game. I know it's Liverpool, but the cup games are a bit more available. I say the more than the league ones are. So
Is it? I don't know what's available anymore because everyone's
To be
giving
fair, good
tickets
point. Yeah,
back
to be
now.
fair, I don't want to say that. But
No, I don't know where it is because everyone's giving tickets back now, so I don't know anymore.
I mean, like honestly, right? I mean, win 3-0, lose 3-0. Like, no game's guaranteed anyway. If you lose 5-0, lose 5-0. Okay, it's football. You know what I mean?
Well,
Bloody hell.
apparently, it's got to have guaranteed win on the ticket now for people to come in the door.
Well,
Guaranteed win.
Yeah, brilliant. Gets in there result.
You know, I wish we could get guaranteed wins. It'd be easier.
Although then again, though, where's the fun in that? Though, where's the fun in that? Where's the jeopardy in football? But like there's jeopardy, and like when you like win games like tomorrow, like let's say we do it tomorrow, right? And we do it in a dramatic fashion. Imagine the scenes that would be. I know it's the last 16 game, but who cares? To do that at this point of the season after the week we just had, it would be a massive boost going into the final.
Well, there are tickets still available tomorrow. There are 6, 7. There are 12 tickets available for tomorrow. 12. So they'll be sold out by probably this evening. So if you want to get on there,
Yeah.
you can do.
I'm like right near the away fan, so that's gonna be fun.
Plenty of tickets for Liverpool in the cup, though. Guardiola, loads of tickets for Liverpool. 37.50.
Is it
So
right?
nice and cheap if you want to come to the Liverpool game.
Yeah, how is the seats though? Am I gonna be at the far end or?
No. They're at the bottom in level
Yeah.
1, mate, for the Liverpool Cup game.
Okay, I'm intrigued. So I just wanted to ask you, Martin, for the game tomorrow. Do you know if the fans are gonna do like any tifo or like a special? You know what I mean? The motivation for the players.
Nick Jackson. Nick, he's still in the chat.
Well, he did say to me at the end of my stream, so like he was doing like 20 minutes of this show. After he's probably going to bed, so he might be in bed by now.
Well, that's what I was saying. It is there. I know that the fucking light show. Dylan,
I've got a light show. Yay, light show.
No.
Oh, this again?
Nick Jackson, I'm sure 1894 will have something on.
The thing
We've
is,
got to make that. We've got to make tomorrow as hostile as we can.
Yeah, because if we get a goal up in 10 minutes and the crowd's up for it, and the crowd, because I tell you, if Madrid see the goal earlier on, the players doing that, calm down. You want them doing that because if we score again, they're going to stop going because they're a young team.
Yeah,
Madrid team still and not like we've got Rudiger, players like who are experienced in it, Valverde, but Goulart, players like that. They might have won the first appearance there, but it's not an experienced team.
1894 don't do light shows. 1894 don't agree with light shows.
There's tifos and bloody flags, mate. That's what they do.
Yeah, 1894 do the tifos and all that, not the light shows. The light shows are not our. Well, they're not my bag. I get they might be for some youngsters. I get it. They're not. I'd rather dim the lights, Blue Moon in the middle, and let us sing Blue Moon.
And the thing is, the last time I went to a home game for the men's team, Haaland got 2 goals. That's the last time he got 2 goals at home. So every time I've been to a game, touch wood with men's, Haaland has scored.
Jesus, don't talk about Ireland. You'll get Elliot going up in the chat.
Right, if Haaland scores, he's back. Then this guy here.
look, I'm better off not speaking about my team ahead of tomorrow and get told off. See what I mean? Look, it's not 2012, you old fart. This is what I mean. I'm an old fart. I don't care. I'm fine to be an old. You're not much younger than me, you dickhead. You're not much younger than me, Elliot, you cheeky sod. Elliot talks like he's 20 years younger than me. Cheeky git.
Fucking hell.
Fucking same age. He's a main road wanker and all. Not allowed to speak on. You can speak about whoever you want.
Yeah, just don't be abusive. I know you want, mate.
Don't be abusive. That's exactly spot on. Spot on.
Abuse ends the argument.
Exactly. Hence the people are confusing criticism and abuse.
Yeah.
Maybe it's me. Maybe their version of criticism and my version of abuse are just very different.
Having to fuck off. That's criticism. I was like, okay, all right.
Yeah. Someone tells me I'm shit and fuck off, they're getting a slap round the head off me. There's the difference. Wow.
Tifo trouble, yeah.
I will answer your question on tifos.
You just asked.
Hey, what did you ask on tifos? Thoughts on tifos since the treble? I quite like them. The trouble with tifos, people don't realise, Martin Mash, is they're not free. They cost thousands of pounds to put together.
A lot of organization too.
Thousands of pounds. Call him lazy. I get that. But calling him shit and a wanker and get out the club, that's abusive, mate. Which I'm not saying you've done. I'm saying some have done.
Yeah.
Right. Is there any chance tomorrow? Because we've got Kingsley X, we've got 4 in the background. I might bring on 2 at a time to make it quicker.
There's a chance.
But come on, man. Is there a chance tomorrow? I want your thoughts on Sunday. Cup final.
Asking me?
Yeah.
Are you asking me?
Yeah.
Yes, there is a chance. Going back to what happened the treble season. Was it the treble season? It was. Yeah. Sorry about that.
1 minute. I'm just going to go and get the cap.
It was against Ancelotti, and they had a full squad. You know, Benzema, Vinicius. I believe Rodrigo was there as well. They had Cruz. So it was a star-studded team. Courtois was there to save them from a humiliation. It was supposed to be like a 7-0 or 8-0. So we've done it against a harder team with a much difficult coach, Ancelotti. And, we now have to face Arbeloa, very little experience. I feel things are going his way. But I feel they're not consistent. So they just beat, I can't remember the team. Was it Betis or something? 4-1 or something, yeah? Yeah, they're not consistent, man. Like we can get at them for sure. I would also like just a few seconds, just because I think maybe you're asking this to everybody about the team, the predicted lineup, or my favorable lineup. Can I say that?
Yeah.
Okay. Unless you want to say your opinion, Luke.
No.
Bro, you crack on, bro. Go on.
All right. So I used the squad builder thing. All right. Unfortunately, I feel Donnarumma is having a bad time right now. But yeah, I'm going to go with Donnarumma.
I actually think you were about to say Trafford then, which is
No,
fine.
no. Not crazy, bro.
Personally. What?
Yeah. So Donnarumma, Ait Nouri. I'm going to go with Stones, Diaz, and then I'll do Nunes, and I'll do Rodri, CDM. And then I'm going to go Bernardo, Cherky. That's the midfield.
So what's your midfield again? That's the bit I'm intrigued in.
Rodri, Bernardo, Cherky.
Rodri, Bernardo. So you're dropping O'Reilly.
Yeah, he didn't have a good game last
Oh,
time.
that's fine. This is a question I'm coming into because to get Cherky in the team, you have got to drop one of them midfielders out.
Yeah, it's
He can come on later. All
right. Sunday Cosmic.
Sunday. Yeah. Look, because tomorrow we go through.
I'm not passing up a trophy. The
thing is tomorrow as well, right? Even if you get through, buying our way back to Real Madrid, and Bayern will probably beat us right now. So let's be real. So yeah.
All right, I'll go with the front three. Well, it's technically not a front three. It's just the attack. I'm gonna go with Foden, Haaland, Marmoush.
Ooh, okay.
So you have Cherky to create, and Foden, the nice connection with Cherky and Haaland.
Can Bernardo play tomorrow? No, he has, because he was in the press conference. Yeah, so Bernardo's free.
Yeah. Every player's fine right now. Every player's not. Well, the only thing I'm annoyed with is that we didn't get any players booked. Like, if we got Vini Junior booked, he ain't playing tomorrow.
That's the kind. Yeah, just say he needs to improve. You don't need the whinging Flappy Bird. Jesus,
that's an old game. What the hell?
Flappy Bird. Gay on the bench.
Yeah. I love Gay. He's been pretty good. I'd like some experience here. Stones, he's fit. He's been through it. He played in the 4-0, remember? He was there. So I would like that factor.
Elliot's gone Stones.
In there.
Husanov, Nori, Nico, Chucky, Foden, Reinders. See, Reinders, Rob, you're like, oh, he's shit. No, he's not shit. I said this to Martin before my show. Reinders, for me, needs game time. He's got the ability to score goals for us that we don't play. He doesn't play starting in enough games.
He's got 14 G&A, Reinders.
For his first season, that's really good.
Which is astonishing considering everyone thinks he's crap.
He's a good player.
But then again, stats aren't everything, so I do hear that.
For a first season,
thank you. Appreciate that, mate. Appreciate that. Thank you so much.
So yeah, it's just a nice combo of experience, creativity, and firepower. So that's why I'd like to have Marmoush and Haaland at the top, Foden right before them. We'll see. I don't know. Maybe it can work.
Oh, me, Martin Mash. I was. Get the inflatables out again. We need beach balls. Get the bananas out. Get everything out.
Haaland going for beach ball. I'd be so fit in that bit if that happened.
Oh, I don't know. Jesus, we start getting bananas out. Bloody hell, all the woke people will start. Jesus.
Love that.
Big up, BM. Hope you're well, mate. I'm over for a special performance. Think we all are, mate. We all are. Right. Guardiola, last thoughts. Anything you want to add before we bring on the next? We're going to bring on 2 at a time. So we're going to do Kingsley and Dylan, then we'll do Dan and Danielle.
Final thoughts. Let's just hope that we give a good performance. If the result doesn't go our way, at least let's put a fight. Like, that's the least we can do. Just at least have a good display.
What's the plan if we concede first? Half the stadium will walk out.
Oh, fuck this.
Concede? I mean,
we'll all walk out, have a meltdown, and be on YouTube later slagging all the players
you
off.
got,
like Ozzy said, shit. That is all. Everyone's shit. By the way, Ozzy, I forgot to put it. If anyone in the group chat wants to join, you can join. You don't even need invites. I'll stick it in the Mankway group chat. I should have done that anyway. My bad. Earlier on. So thanks, mate. One question before you go. Are we gonna come home with a cup on Sunday?
Come up? What do you mean come up?
Carabao
Are we gonna come home with a Carabao Cup?
Oh,
Sunday.
it's a tough one. I'm gonna say it's penalties and we win on penalties.
I love that. It'd be stressful, but I love it.
I really don't want that. Thanks very much.
Poor Martin in the stands having a heart attack.
Still a W.
Yeah. Anyway, thank you, Pep Guardiola. Always welcome, mate. You know that. Take care, mate. Big up W's in the chat for Pep In. Kingsley and Dylan, we're going to bring in now. Good evening, gentlemen. How are you? Dylan, do not talk about Savio before we even get going.
Mm-hmm.
The league on at the Pep.
I've sent the invite now, you miserable old git.
Fair play. I love that. Fair play.
Yeah, just funny. Yeah, hi guys.
Dylan, you call him by Savio, not 26.
Wait, what?
Call him Savio, not 26. And he's injured anyway at the minute, so.
Again.
Wait. When did I call Savio 26?
Oh, I thought it was you. Was it somebody else? My bad.
It's not Dylan. It's someone else. It's someone else in the chat.
I don't know because Dylan gives me different things.
Adam Quinn.
You know what it is with Dylan? I never know when he's joking and when he's not because he used to give me Chris Wood for 6 months. So I never know when he's joking anymore.
Best work in the world, mate.
Dylan Kingleg, good evening. Welcome to the channel. Hope you are both well.
Yeah, hi.
Where do you want to start? 2 of you. Off you go. Go one at a time. But how do you want to start?
Been bad. I don't know.
Well, this was illuminating. Come on, guys. What are you? All right. How do you feel about tomorrow night? We'll start with you, Dylan. How do you feel about tomorrow night?
Nervous, but I don't think we'll come back, but we'll just focus on the cups.
You've joined in the Romantada. You've joined in it there with your specs on. How's Lee Gunner got involved in the Romantada?
Shades are on, by the way, tomorrow.
What are we doing it? How's Lee Gunner got involved in it?
Yeah, I don't know. There's like others that's not city related.
I love how about the West Ham game. It was like, right, no, get rid of him. No, we drew 1-1. No, not anymore.
Unless we do a miracle, then.
I apologize in the chat. Spartacus and Elliot are at it already, so just let them two have their own little thing. Oh, we've lost Kingsley. More than welcome back. Bro. So, Dylan, come on. How do you feel about this week? What's been going on?
Fully. Football wise.
Just speak a touch louder. Sorry to be you big white. Yeah, now.
Not a great week for us, but I don't know. It's like the fan base always, every time we lose or draw, it's just like a war zone. But
I think that's 2026 football. I think every fan base has a meltdown now. And I think social media's just put it in a more heightened persona, sadly. BM says you sound depressed. Has this week got to you that bad, Dylan?
Nah,
Has it got to you that bad?
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, we can hear you, Kingler. Listen, I've spoke with
Oh,
Dylan
yeah.
loads. He was like this on Spaces, Dylan. Dylan just didn't ever feel inspired.
Okay, so
Dylan talking like Martin woke him up at 3 a.m. Not even 3 a.m. over there. It's what? It's only like early evening over there.
yeah.
Luke is helping
my
to
voice.
co-host, mate. Chill out. Chill out. Take it down a notch, Martin Mash. Come on. I am going to give Luke the opportunity in a bit to speak to people who have asked him questions, and he's already explained it to me. Not that he had to do, but people are going to split the way people are straight after the game and the way they are a day later. Again, emotions take over, but people are entitled to their view. I do not, and we're going to make this very clear. Anyone who comes on this channel is not told how to speak, what to think, or how to do. There is no script. So this, Martin gives them all a script. Has got to stop. Don't know where that's come from. Luke is his own person. Luke is a top fella. Let him have some respect. Sorry, Luke. I don't. People don't come on here for that. He's lying, guys. He does. Who are you on about? You. Tell you what. You've got the link. Come and join. I was meant to catch a train to Mank tonight, but I did massive Nando's and fell asleep. So, right, Kingsley, how do you feel about this week? Welcome.
Hi guys, I hope the chat's doing good. I'm not surprised. Not at all. The recruitment has been bad for like the past 2 years. We haven't replaced the players that left. You look at the players we have. I don't want to seem negative, but they're not a City level. Like it's I don't know what to say. Like I'm not surprised where we are. Our wingers aren't scoring. They're not assisting. The GA looks bad compared to the wingers we've had. Even with Mahrez, fine, yes, he didn't play much, but we knew when he gets on the pitch, he contributes. We have Savinho. He was good at Girona, but it's City. I'm not convinced, man. Even with the Turkey thing, I don't know if you remember Martin. I'm the one that said Turkey hurts Pep's ego. I was the one that said that. And I think I'm correct because he benched him again when there was no need to. He could have played, got more minutes, and maybe that's when we could have agreed and said, yeah, maybe that's why he's actually benching him, but there's no reason for him to be benched. I don't know, maybe my opinion isn't valid, but there is no reason for us not to be playing the only person that can get us, that can actually help the team much more.
Mm-hmm. So who would you drop for Cherka? Which I agree with, by the way. I don't think Cherka hurts his ego. I think it hurts his playing style.
But then that's the other problem with Pep as well. I've never doubted Pep, I never will. But we fans as well, we have an opinion. We can say what we see, and we've seen it that when Turkey enters the pitch, he actually does something. Literally, his first touch was almost an assist to Haaland. Literally, his first touch on the pitch was almost an assist to Haaland. So imagine we could do what ifs and whatnots, yes, but he could have helped us more in the Madrid game, way more. In as much as we're looking for experience and stuff, but I think it's just time, to let go of that City and actually focus on the future and what we have now. In as much as I heard the other guy was complaining about Donnarumma, saying Donnarumma hasn't been good. Yes, it's his opinion, but then we conceded lots of goals when we still had Edison in the post. But we scored more. That was the thing. We're not scoring. In as much as we can concede, we're not scoring. That's the main problem, is getting the goals in. So I don't think Donnarumma is the problem. I don't think he is. It's the forward line. That's what matters. The midfield hasn't been good, but I really don't know, man. Like, I want to hear what you guys have to say.
It depends how you want to view it, because I don't go off stats. The links at the top if you want to join, Elliot. The stats can be skewed into different ways. Do I think Cherky has to play? Yes. I mean, for me, I'd play Cherky and Foden. Because when you look at the stats, Cherky and Foden have both been poor recently.
Yeah.
But they've both not been playing a lot recently. So it's sort of hard, because what I think he's done, this is just my opinion, I think he has gone to more physicality. Because here's my thing, if we go back to 6 months ago, people were saying, even though we were winning, that we weren't physical enough in the midfield. So he moved. So then we played Newcastle in the Cup, and he moved O'Reilly into the middle. And then everyone said, oh, great, right, we've got some physicality. And then Rodri came back. To get Rodri and O'Reilly and say, because people are saying they want Nico G. So if you want Nico G, O'Reilly and Rodri in the middle, then Cherky's going to have to go out on the wing. You can't fit him in. Or you drop one of Nico G, Rodri and O'Reilly. Because what people have forgotten is O'Reilly was playing left back all that time. O'Reilly moving into the middle is what's kind of changed things, because he's gone more physical than he has creating. And he's wanting his creators to come from the wing.
But then that's the thing, Martin. Our wingers don't create. We have seen that. Like, they literally don't create. Yes, they can get an assist there and there, but it's not on the level as we need it to be. I hear people complaining about Haaland. Oh no, we need to speak about him. I don't think we do. He's not getting the support he needs. It's literally that simple. We had Mamouche, Haaland, and Semenyo against Madrid. None of those players are creators. So I don't get it where they say that, okay, yeah, wingers are the thing, are actually good. I don't think they're good. We need people that are going to create. We can have Turkey on the right, and then maybe a Semenyo on the left, and they can interchange, because Semenyo can play right and left. But we need wingers that can actually do something on the ball. We had that. Mahrez had that. He may not score, but we knew when he had the ball, something was going to come out. On Semenyo, not to lie, hasn't been good for City. Yes, he's been scoring, but his performances aren't good.
But he's only been here 7 weeks.
Yeah, true.
That's my point. Are we not judging? If we're giving players 7 weeks, is that not too much to judge it?
No.
We're judging them way too early.
Yeah, I get the Semenyo. I'm just saying, like, you know, in the long term, does Semenyo look like the player to give an assist, to put in that pass? I don't think so.
Know. That I don't know, because if you'd have asked me what Rodri looked like and Mahrez looked like and Bernardo looked like in the first year, they told you they were never going to make it.
People already gave up on Savio.
Savio's a different story. Like,
I don't think people have got the patience. The problem is, when you bring in a young player, so like Savio, if you'd have brought in Savio when you've got Mahrez and Sterling and Sane and KDB, he learns off them. We're not doing that now. We brought in these young players to try and take over these legends and win now. Some of them are not ready to win now. Some of them need that time and that effort and that nurturing. We're not allowing nurturing. Because we're so desperate to win now, the patience has gone to give anyone a chance to learn. If someone has a bad game, we want them benched and somebody else come in. And you're never going to make players good by doing that, by switching them left, right, and centre.
And I think the reason why people are actually doing that is because we don't have the quality on the bench like we did before. I agree. Yeah, we had Mahrez in the Champions League final on the bench. People didn't mind that happening 3 years ago, but they do now, because they know that if Semenyo's playing, we literally have no one on the bench that can actually score a goal outside of Mamouche. Reinders he's okay. Like, I wouldn't say he's been good or bad. He's been okay. He's still adapting to the Premier League. The Premier League is not an easy league, and most of Pep's signings don't actually do good in their first season. In as much as the media can say that, oh no, he's been a bad signing, but if you look at it, not all, like, majority of Pep signings don't do good in the first time they play in the team. So
Yeah.
I'm not really worried about it.
I've called it, we're in the devil in the deep blue sea. We want to win now, and I hear it, and we're desperate to win now. But I'm sorry, the recruitment has been so mishmashed. We've got a bunch of players that are good, but are they good enough? We don't know.
And that's been the problem.
Yeah, I'm going to be straight with you. Semenyo and Gueye are fantastic signings, but Gueye's never played in the Champions League ever. How do I know how good? I don't know how good he's going to be. Like me, I could be the best driver in the world driving around in a Vauxhall Astra. Put me in a Bugatti Veyron and I might skid it off the road within 5 minutes.
Yeah,
I don't know. This is the problem. Because we're all so desperate to get back to where we were, we want every signing to hit straight away. And they haven't got the time to grow. And we bought too many 20, 21-year-olds. People going about this money we've spent. We spent 35 million on Victor Hayes and pissed him off out on loan.
Which I regret, which I don't think that was a good move as well. I don't think that was a good move because we can literally see that he's doing good in Girona, Echeverri as well, quality players. They all went out.
Sorry to butt in. Girona for me is on the level of Crystal Palace.
Yeah.
Girona is not Manchester City is not. If we want to talk about Manchester City being like Real Madrid and Barcelona and everything else, then we've got to allow these players to do. Now, everyone look at Mostantuono's gone in at Madrid, done okay, but is he ready to be Real Madrid level? No. And this is the problem. Chelsea have done this. Chelsea have done all this, going by all these young, hungry players. And none of them know what they're doing there. And that's why they're fifth.
Anymore.
And they're getting beat at home to Newcastle.
Yeah, I totally
this
agree.
This is the problem. What we've not done is, I'm going to be straight, we've mishmashed our signings.
Yeah, that's where it all started. That's where we should have started recruiting right after the treble. We should have started thinking about the future. I guarantee you, if
I agree.
If we would have brought in these younger players right after that season, I think we'd be in a better position. Because if you look at it, these kids came in when half of the group was dead, gone. And now, like you said, they have to learn from someone, and they're not learning from anyone.
Like Kushinov right now, I know he's learning off Diaz in training. But after fan base want Diaz out the door. But Kushinov's learning of Diaz in training.
Yep. Some people
and this is the problem. But you don't know what to do.
So yeah, the fans just need to back the club. That's all. Like, this thing of having to pick players. We're not player FC here in City. We don't do that. That's not our style. We back the team. We back the players.
We're doing a watch along for that, Mark. We are doing a watch along for WrestleMania. Listen, I get it. People are angry. I'm just going to let you go. So I'm going to bring in Dan and Danielle in a minute. And then we've got Kipat's kid who's going to join us as well. I understand people are angry and they're upset and they're frustrated. I hear it. I just think tomorrow night is a free hit for me. It's a free hit. Yeah, but we may be out, but it's a free hit.
Yeah, unless we do
it's a free hit for me. Give it. I want to go out fighting. I want to go down fighting tomorrow. If it means we win and we turn it around, brilliant. If we don't, go out swinging. Let's go out swinging as best we can, and then we go and win that cup on Sunday.
Yeah.
And then just wait for the summer. And in the summer, what tells me, I think Pep knows this because Pep's made them comments, next season will be better. Because I don't think they'll mess around next summer. You can tell with Anderson, the likes of maybe looking at Tonali, they know midfield is an area we need to improve on. You've got Cherky a year better, You've got cushion off a year better, and then we move.
And on the
Next
point about Pep, what do you think is going to happen to the club if Pep leaves? Like, in as much as we can think that everything's going to be fine, but do you guys really think the club is going to, manage when he's gone? Because those are going to be some big boots to fill when he's gone. And I don't want us to be like a Man United where we just changing coaches over
Don't
and
get
over
what you mean, Brian.
and over. So
No, I think the
on the
board's
question of
gonna
Pep,
do us good and right. Find the best manager that we can get.
so yeah, that's what I wanted to ask about the Pep thing.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it. But Kingsley, Dylan, final thoughts before we bring in Dan and Danielle and Pat's kid. Are you any chance tomorrow? Any chance at all?
Like Pep said, we have to believe.
We got to be more clinical. Yeah.
Are we
We
going to
have
win
to-
the Carabao Cup?
Most definitely. Also,
I hope
on
so.
the team, they're not. If we
But-
take our chances, we can go 3-0 up. I swear, I believe it. They're not a good team. Their attack is not good. The defense is what's keeping the team alive. The mid is not good. If we take our chances, we can actually beat that team.
Yeah. No, what is that? Anyway, thank you, Kingsley. Dylan, I'll speak to you again. Keep chatting in the chat, guys. More than welcome.
Big up.
But thank you for joining us.
Thanks.
W's in the chat for Kingsley and Dylan there. Right, we're going to bring in Dan and Danielle, and we'll bring in all three together because I know they've been waiting a while. This may get feisty now. Good evening, gentlemen.
Hello. All right.
Daddy's home.
Good evening
cool.
or good morning, everybody. I'm in Bangkok, so it's morning.
Oh, lovely.
I like these late night ones because I get to join in a bit.
Go on then. Someone open the floor
Will I go?
before Danielle goes on his Marmouche agenda.
All right. You got two choices about approaching the game. One is to try and manage your expectations, which a lot of City fans are used to from the bad old days, where we kind of tried to preempt the misery that was going to come to us by assuming that we were going to be shit and lose. And we've all done that, But since we've had 12 glorious years, I'm in no mood for that. I'm in the mood to approach the game as an opportunity for another incredible, historic, magnificent victory. And I think I'll have a better day than those who are kind of looking at it like, oh, we're going to lose, it's all over, we're out. Your thoughts?
Every game for me, right, is always around about. People assume that every game is guaranteed, but it's not. Like, you have to go into each one with the mentality of go on to win it. Because otherwise, if you assume that you're going to lose, then what's the point of watching football at that point? Like, you have to
Correct.
believe that you win every game. Like, look, I'm going tomorrow. No. Look, if we win 3-1, we'll go out. We won 3-1. We've got to win. Yeah, we know we went wrong. Bernabeu went wrong. We know where it went wrong. What we've got to do to improve next year, we go again. But if we just win 4-0 tomorrow and turn it around, imagine the belief it gives all of us as fans. Like, forget the league, right? The Carabao Cup final. We won the Carabao Cup this year. I'll be buzzing with that because it's a trophy, and it gives the new players a chance to win a trophy. And next year we go again, or FA Cup as well. And the FA Cup's a weird one. We go far in that. It depends obviously who we get. Obviously, we beat Liverpool, but everyone's saying that season's done. It's way too early. Like, we're in a cup final. FA Cup's there as well. It's way too early for that kind of stuff. Way too early.
When you look at the whole thing, it's easy to think we're going out. Okay, but if you think of it like this, imagine we score 2 goals in the first half. What's that second half going to be like?
It's gonna be a scrappy second half. A lot of fighting, a lot of yeah. I love a little.
What would the atmosphere be like if we put 2 away and that is achievable? We can all agree.
Rocking from minute 1.
I was lucky to be at the 4-0 a few years ago, and the stadium was absolutely rocking. I believe Valverde even came out in the interview not long after saying that was terrifying. So
that's what we need.
I've just got to be off on one.
Early goal, though. I think an early goal would get us right.
Yeah. We've got to be 2 up at half time.
The longer the first goal takes to be scored, it's like the longer, the harder it's going to be. Like what you got to do is get Madrid quickly, like 55 minutes in, a scrappy goal, own goal, or something that just really not annoy them. Get the ball,
or a Wembley 12-seconder.
Exactly, something like that. Yeah, just
where's the
nice.
Reinders long shot. It's your time for doing that. Something like that. Someone in that team has a chance to be a hero. Haaland, Savinho, Docker, something like that. Someone who maybe hasn't got a lot of stick, and go in there and do a performance then and get the credit for it. Because that squad, I'm pretty sure. Imagine that someone like Shirky in a first big game like Madrid, right, at home in the Champions League knockout, gets a big goal for us. That's what I do. And Foden as well. Foden exactly. Yeah, on the bench again.
Cherky's got a huge opportunity here because he knows the entire football world is watching him here. So we can build his whole profile in one game. So I'd be yanking Silva out. God bless him, has been to the top of the mountain, but I think he's ran his legs off multiple times and he just can't do it like he used to. And plus, when you've already won everything multiple times, I don't think the hunger is quite there. And then we've got this super talented kid. Go for it. It's a free hit. What can go wrong? Make yourself famous.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying, but have you met many professional footballers? Because
not that many, no.
They are competitive on a level that we cannot fathom. I find it hard to fathom, and I've been lucky. I've met quite a few. The one thing, like last year, I met like 20 legends on a golf tournament that I was working on, the Icon series. I mean, these are the massive names, you know, and I got to chat with most of them and interview them. And the one thing that they all said that they missed about playing was the competitiveness, and that's the hole that golf has filled. So you imagine from 6 years old, you're competitive and it's fostered in you, it's encouraged in you, it becomes the thing that defines you. Okay, they know that at 32, 33, 34, it ends. So I don't think the motivation thing is a big thing. I think they live and breathe competition and competition for places, and they still love winning. They still want to win. It doesn't leave them. It's just heartbreaking that unlike a musician who can play into their 70s and 80s, they have to stop in their early 30s. And they all know they're on that kind of time limit. So I think you might be wrong. I do agree that Nardo's run his bollocks off. But I don't believe that motivation's a factor in him because his form hasn't dropped. He's been the life and soul, and he's rescued a few games for us.
I just think his minutes need managing just a little bit better than what they have done. Because how old is he now? 31, 32?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. Well,
sorry, go on, Luke.
I was going to say, a game like this, I think experience is important as well, because it's all going to have the flair and the youth, but you need to have experience as well to take off. Because someone like Rodri can really say, right, yeah, look, we're crap on Wednesday. Everyone was crap Wednesday. There's no excuse for that. But what you could do is think, right, this is a chance to redeem ourselves. Even if we go out, go in there, show a bit of fight, and Diaz, Rodri, whoever it is and plays, just get behind them and say, right, let's go out there and give Madrid a good game. Show them that we are still a good team. But what Wednesday said. That's all I want to see.
After I've said all that, Bernardo will definitely score tomorrow. That comment
He scores. We're all going crazy. He scores.
And he probably won't mean it.
Yeah.
By the way, BM, thank you for your super chat, mate, for your £5. Those coming tomorrow, can we promise to make it electric atmosphere? Time for you all to step up tomorrow. No excuses, make lots of noise.
Absolutely.
Well, listen, we've just got to do our job, and we'll see where the team land tomorrow.
Yeah, exactly.
Loud and proud.
I'm excited.
Daniela, I know
is the love fest open? Is the
Oh,
love
Here we
that's
go.
over?
Here we
Oh,
go. Back to
It's
reality with the back.
that's nice.
all right. All right. All right.
Daddy's home.
This team has everything it needs to win. They can beat this Madrid side because this is still a good Madrid side, but it's a Madrid side that is as inconsistent as we are. If he gets the balance right and they show up and they do the basics, they can beat Madrid. If Mbappe plays, whether it's as a starter or as a sub, the pressing will drop off, which means there will be opportunities to get at this Madrid side. But I view this as not as a free game, but as a game where it's going to be another marker where you're going to find out who's actually a cook and who's a sous chef. We have too many guys that we've been making excuses for, and I'm talking about everyone.
Was that it? Is he gone?
He has issues with his connection, Daniel.
Ah,
Just while we bring him back, in my question, because I heard everyone wants to bring in Cherky then. So who goes out of midfield tomorrow? Or even Sunday? Because everyone wants Cherky in a lot of games. And I keep saying it. People want transitional football. I hear it. Can someone ask me a question? Answer me a question. How can you play transitional football with Rodri in it?
because he delivers balls like nobody else can. The only person who delivers balls forward from any position that's as good as him was Kevin. You just, if people underestimate how he is the metronome and the distribution system of this team, I don't know what team they're watching, because he's back to nearly his best, and the balls that he's playing forward now are creative, precise, on the money. So I don't know where the argument is you have to drop Rodri, except for the fact that there's a lot of recently acquired fans who've got a knife out for Rodri.
You have to drop Rodri, or you have to get the balance right around Rodri. Rodri right now gives the team positives in progressing the play forward, but defensively, he does not rotate off ball to the same degree that he would in prior years. Neither do we have the midfielders around him that were as fundamentally sound going forward and as above average or even average defensively around him. I think the answers are within the squad, but the question is he going to use those players and is he going to get the balance right? One of the things
So
that
who are you
Nico
playing
G.
instead of Rodri? Sorry, who are you playing instead of Rodri? You're dropping Rodri.
I,
Who's in?
I never said drop Rodri. You were
No, I'm,
talking
I'm,
about.
I'm only asking that because a lot of people have asked for Nico. Because tomorrow I've seen a lot of people say Nico J needs to play with Rodri.
The reason
That-
why. Okay,
That then
okay.
means something else will come out.
There's a sample size for Nico G on why people have been calling for him. When we scouted Nico G played in a double pivot at Porto. He played in a double pivot with a 6 in Alan Varela that sat back while Nico G drove forward. Vice versa, sometimes they were interchanged where Varela was the one that would drive forward trying to link up play, and Nico G was brought back and he was the lone 6. If you're trying to get the balance right and to complement Rodri, you need someone that can score. Nico G was scoring goals at Porto. You need someone that can pass. Nico G passed, which is why you also went and got someone from the La Messiah can do both the tiki-taka and can do the short to long range passing. We haven't seen that facet of his game because he's been coming and he's been profiled asked to do either the 6 role, but we haven't seen his 8 role offensively. We've had small glimpses when he's driven forward and scored in a couple times where he does have an offensive repertoire to him, but again, it hasn't been showcased enough. If you're going to use Rodri in the midfield, you're either going to have to play him with O'Reilly, which gives you the physicality, the driving, and the rotation that Rodri does not always do in the spaces that's left void either by the fullbacks pressing up high as the wingers, or you're going to have to play Bernardo that essentially does the same thing, but both come with negatives. O'Reilly doesn't have the same passing category, the same passing profile, let's say, as someone like a Gundogan or a KDB. Vice versa, Bernardo may have the short inner-ranging passing, but he doesn't have the line-breaking passes that somebody like Rodri does do. But if you play the ball to Bernardo, he's either going to recycle it, dribble it forward, or not hit the man that's in transition, which is a problem. So, I believe, if I was Pep, you have to get the balance right. It's going to give you a chance to win. You have to play Ait Nouri. You have to play Nunez. I don't know between the Kusanov, Diaz, center back. Pick the experience, pick whoever. Mark Gahey has played in Europe, but he's done so in Conference League. He's in England International, so he has some experience on the big stage. So I'm not putting too much into that. I just think he had a bad game. The question is going to be who you're going to do with the forward line. You've got two options, in my opinion. If you're going to go with Haaland, then you give him a Doku, and then you need to decide what you're going to do on the right-hand side. If you're going to put Bernardo up there, or if you're going to put Cherki out there. But if you put Cherki, he's going to float, which is going to leave a void. Otherwise, I think you need to put someone that's more offensive, which is, I guess, why he plays the Savia or vice versa. But you need someone that can hit the plays in transition. So if you're going to do with Haaland, I think you give him 55, 60 minutes. And if it's not working, then you make the substitution and you go with a fluid front line and you try and cause as much chaos. Why do I say that? Between Haaland and Marmoush against this Madrid side, Haaland has not been drawing fouls at the same rates. You need as many possessions as possible at home to try and get your most technically gifted players on the ball to create havoc. So if that's going to start tricky, you need to either get more possessions, stop possessions to reset the midfield so that you can defend what's in front of you, or to get those guys on the ball. It's one thing to have corners. It's another thing when you're not having free kicks. We have not been getting guys that are actually good on the ball in dead ball situations to the degree that which we should, which again, I think it goes back to a Pep Guardiola. Don't overthink it. For the players, do the basics. Get the balance right. Show a fight. You can get at them. Otherwise, if you overthink it, you're going to have a team that I don't think is going to be 2-0 up. They could be 2-0 down, and then it's going to be a worse situation. With Haaland, I'm sorry. Less hugs with the center backs, and you have to fight. You have to move. You cannot wait for the ball to come to your foot in order for you to be able to make a play. Movement creates space. That's what we were told on why you play. Your gravity creates space for other players. Well, you need to move and draw center backs away for the ball carriers that are going to be in midfield or a Doku, so that there's passing lanes that open up or shooting lanes. Those are the options that we've had. We've had sample size where it does work. Between the Foden and the Cherki, I'm of the belief between the two, I would actually start Foden, because at least you get some of his defensive work in the midfield, and then you can bring on Cherki as a wild card to cause chaos. Vice
Okay, I've got a
versa,
question
if you
about,
start with the
I've got a
Cherki
question
and
about that.
go ahead.
Okay, if you cast your minds back to when Phil wasn't playing badly or out of form, at the beginning of the season we were playing Cherki and Foden on that right-hand side together, and they were swapping between the two because Phil can play that position. Well, there's not many he can't. And I started to comment quite a lot of, this is the beginning of the Cherki Foden era. And also note that Haaland was scoring then. And I think that's because Pep was talking about players having to anticipate where the ball's going to be. Well, the relationship between Foden and Haaland is such that Phil knows where Haaland's going to be running to, and Haaland knows where Phil's going to put the ball. So I think that there's a strong case for Cherki and Foden playing together on that side. Savinho, definitely not. He's just not.
Well, I was calling it the David Silva KDB era.
Right.
No, Danny Ellis is going to be back in it. I was calling it that era because that's what it reminded me of. The problem is, and why I'm mentioning Rodri is because people are wanting to play for the transitional ball or the long ball. The problem is, if you start playing long balls to get Haaland into the game, well, Rodri's just doing that. Rodri just becomes an airplane spot. Rodri's game is to come and collect the ball deep from the goalie and then bring the ball through transitional that way from back to front along the floor.
And deliver a killer pass.
Yeah. But the problem is people are saying we need to go long ball for Haaland, but then that's no use to Rodri. Rodri's not a ball
right.
over the top. So, because when we
He's
were
a
doing the
scalpel,
balls
not
over
a
the
hammer.
top, when we were doing the balls over the top, there was no that was Nico J. So what you're doing is you're basically taking Rodri's best part of his game out. Same with Bernardo, because and I think, and this is my question of, it's great bringing Cherky or Foden or whoever we want in, and we go long ball. Well, I'm not saying long ball, but sort of a bit, 30-yard passes a little bit. That's not Rodri. That's not Rodri's game. Rodri's not someone who's going to knock 30-yard, 50-yard balls across.
Correct.
So,
like I said, he's a scalpel, not a sledgehammer.
Yeah. So then we've either got to drop somebody. And this is why I think we're struggling to find the balance between physicality and creativity. And I think he's tried to do it by getting the physicality down the wings. The problem is our wingers don't do that. People telling me, hey, look, Semenyo's our second top. No, I'm not going to start going off his 13 goals for Bournemouth. I'm not going to start nicking other goals from other teams. Semenyo is not a ball player. He's not a direct winger where he's going to whip down the line and whip balls in. That's not Semenyo's game. Never was. He didn't do that at Bournemouth. But
he is a nuisance, though. And I think every team needs an absolute nuisance, a pest.
Yeah. This is the problem for me. To get players in we want, somebody has to go out.
Yeah.
Because the
but
biggest
then that depends on tactics more than anything else, right? How are we gonna really get at them for the first half? Are we gonna go all guns blazing? What would you do against Real Madrid?
We've got to all guns blaze tomorrow. 1,000%. We've got to all guns blaze. We've got to go for it. But then again, but I know what'll happen. People will go, well, it worked against Madrid, so let's do that against Arsenal.
No.
And Arsenal is going to be completely different because Arsenal are going to sit in. Arsenal ain't going to come and play football with us on Sunday at Wembley.
Nope.
So then
they might. That'll be a laugh.
This is the whole problem with this for me right now is, and I'm not picking on him because I think he's been fabulous in that role, but things changed when Rodri came back and O'Reilly went into midfield. It changed at that point. You didn't need a Nico G at that point because I don't think it was Rodri who took Nico G's spot. I think it's O'Reilly who took Nico G's spot. And no one's talked about it.
The thing is, we love them both. Do you know what I mean? It's
really Dan, you're shaking your head. Do you disagree with me on that? It's fine.
No. It was just the fact nobody has actually spoke about O'Reilly has crept in and somehow kicked Nico G straight out the team. And rewinding a bit back to another point you were making, I would be starting Doku as a definite just to go hell for leather right from the beginning because he does just skim players for fun. But the one thing that always frustrates me with Doku, once he's torn past about 4 players, he then just kind of freezes and stops. So
he overplays.
I'd start him.
That's the bit of his game that does make me want to headbutt a wall.
I thought O'Reilly and Rodri both did that because we did the watch along, and me and Tom both were sat there and pulping, and we were going, O'Reilly and Rodri have just stopped. At one point, Rodri was doing that little, when they put the foot over the ball and roll it.
Yeah,
and he's doing that, and there's no one around. Like, are we walking football here, or what are we doing?
I'd say urgency. I mean, urgency for me has been an issue for me in some games. I think at times we're like just standing still and not actually moving the ball quick enough. That's probably why we're not scoring a lot of goals right now. We're not sort of like getting the ball forward and saying just get in the box, because like, if we do that more, we might score more goals. I'm not saying it's guaranteed. Obviously, it's up to our players to put the ball back in the net. But if tomorrow for me is urgency. The players have got to be up for it tomorrow and say, right, get that ball into that box and get Haaland on the ball ASAP, because otherwise, if he's standing there again, looking and doing the exact same thing as he was doing in previous games, he's not. Everyone's saying to drop him. Haaland for me isn't the issue. Haaland's the solution, but we've got to start finding the solutions for him to get the ball in the box and get him chances on the goal. It is a chance that's in full, but yeah.
Do you think the Pep's maybe still got? I had this theory at the beginning of the season that some of our players, when we were playing that kind of very conservative football, had a bit of PTSD from last season when we had 5 of the defence out for so long that everybody else knew that they couldn't rely on what was going on behind them, and so everybody became more conservative. And Pep started to talk a lot about transitions, you know, because that was what was killing us, because our defence were fucked.
It was transitions and physicality. Because him and Diana have both talked about physicality in the Premier League.
And so is there a bit of PTSD from that still? Are they still
I think
dwelling?
There's a confusion. I think there's a confusion.
Right.
If you look at the players we're going for in the summer, and I'm coming to you super chat in a minute, Bebo, big up, mate, and I hope you well. You are being missed, mate, on the shows. The problem is you've got is, we're looking at a Tonali and an Anderson. They're not techie ballers, as LB calls them. I know I hate that line, sorry. But they're not. They are engine ballers who are going to run up and down all day.
Yeah.
Is that what we're wanting? Are we wanting a midfield that is just a complete and utter engine now? So a bit like...
What does the Premier League need right now? What do we need? I mean, we're second. Don't forget we're second. So, you know...
Oh, you don't need to tell me, but apparently...
You think we're 17th.
Second's dog shit, so I'm not allowed to...
Relegation, we're going down again. Oh.
Second's dog shit. I'm not allowed to mention.
Going down with $1 billion in the bank.
I've no standards. I've no standards.
Oh, we're already in a final, and we're still in the FA Cup.
I can't mention finals.
And we're going to do Barcelona 4-0. Sorry, Real Madrid 4-0.
By the way, for the 1999, thank you. Treat on you. Love you, lads. And I hope you're well, mate. And I'm sure Luke is manning the fort for you very well. But keep going, mate.
Well, he came back last week, so he is back. He's starting back on shows again, but he's so much shortly. But yeah, but
I always said he's better with his camera off. You ugly git. No, I'm on a joke. I'm going to bring Hong in as well.
How'd you like the view from me, though? How'd you like that?
Good evening, Hong. How are you?
Good view, that. That's a good view, though. Bangkok's good view.
That's the lake at the back of our house. I'll probably get eaten by a lizard with me back to the walls.
I just think we're all in a confusion. I think when Pep says I don't know my best 11, I actually understand when he says that. Because part of it is, for me, is I think we've got a 27-man squad right now, and I don't think he knows what to do with it.
Yeah.
No.
I think we bought players for physicality, and we bought players for just trying to be technical, and the two are clashing right now.
It's not working.
The two are clashing.
But on the positive side, regarding the squad size, again, it was a very easy take for people to say, you know, this not what you're saying, Martin, but what some people were saying, you know, is that they always do, you know, we just bought at random and so on. And there's always a debate. Who's going to replace this guy? And you know, we bought this guy, so who are we going to sell? We're not that club anymore. You know, we don't do that. I think what he's doing is he's building a cauldron of competition for a place, and I see that as only a good thing. And because he's a leader, not a manager, I think he's capable as a person to hold that squad together and keep them all fighting for places. And I know for a fact that players thrive on competition. That's what they want. It was what makes them better. It's how he improves players.
I think
it's not a magic wand.
I think some do. I think some are.
Yeah, some don't make it, and we sell them. You know,
I honestly believe some footballers have a weak mentality in 2026.
Yeah, some do. Yeah.
Some have a very weaker mentality. You no offense, but you saw it with Oscar Bob in January. I'm not playing, so see him
Correct.
out.
So
Yeah.
sad. And the same with Cole Palmer. Didn't want to fight for his place. So he's found his level. What's his level? Winning fuck all.
I'm going to be honest. I think that's where Nico G will end up. I don't want it to happen, but I think Nico G will be one of them as well.
Yeah, I don't think any of us wanted Bob to go or Cole to go.
No, I
But
worry about
if you
Nico
won't
G's
fight for
agent.
it-
Nico G's agent is the guy. What, I can't remember his name. What's he called again?
Is it? Oh, is it? Oh, bloody! Is it the Portuguese one? Isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that narrows it down.
Anyway,
Mendes, Martin.
Mendes.
Jorge Mendes.
He is going to move him if he's not playing. That's the way Jorge Mendes operates.
Fine.
If
Get that
you are
agent
not
away from
playing,
our club.
you move.
It's going to be a
You saw it. You saw it in the bloody. You saw it in the Club World Cup. He wasn't playing, and Jorge Mendes was sending out alerts everywhere. And listen, I think Pep loves Nico J. I think the problem is with Nico J, as I said this for 2 years, he's got Rodri in front of him.
Yeah, but in 2 years he won't.
Well, I don't think he'll have Rodri in front of him next year. The trouble is he'll probably have Anderson and Tonali sat in front of him as well. And you're not going to spend 80 on each of them and then they sit on a bench.
No guarantees, though.
This is the problem.
I think Nico G put in a decent shout. You know,
the thing is, players will sit on a bench when you're winning. When you're winning, you'll sit on a bench and just put up with it. When you're not winning, you're not so happy to sit on a bench anymore. Because now you're going, hang on a minute, you're not winning, so play me. When you're winning and everything's going great guns, everyone's smiling, you're getting your bonuses, everything's hunky-dory. The minute you stop winning, well, then it changes. People chuck the toys out the pram at that point. I don't think Rico Lewis will be here next year because I think he's probably of the same mindset. I'm not playing.
I almost forgot Rico Lewis was still here. That's how long that's been.
And I'll tell you what, do you know how many minutes?
But has he done enough to be playing? For me, no. And I think that on my PTSD theory, he was the player that suffered the most. And when he's come on and played this season, he's still pointing and shouting at players, telling them where to be. It's like a habit he picked up last season, and he's doing it again. And I think that last season, unfortunately, damaged him. Really, really damaged him.
312 minutes.
I think he was played out of position last season. He did his best, but it was a nightmare for him.
John Stones had to be left at home at the weekend because there was no room for him in the squad to get Kovacic in. So Kovacic come in and John Stones had to stay at home. John Stones was not injured at weekend. He was told to stay at home.
Well, I think we have to get ready for a Stonesless future, unfortunately.
I think up to 10 players will be gone in the summer. Up to 10.
Wow.
I think it'll be that much. Because I think Matt
Gay...
I
but I think a few are going, yeah.
I don't think we'll buy a centre-back because I think Matt Gay has replaced the Stones and the Gay movement. Yeah. I think Matt Gay has been, from what I was told, Matt Gay was... The plan was to always go for Gay, but get him on a free in the summer. Yeah. They saw an opportunity when Gavardiol and Diaz were both injured and they went for him now. The Semenyo could be for Liverpool. Somebody, you know. Semenyo was to replace Oscar Bob. So, and then this is the problem. And then whoever else you got. Everyone, this is the problem. Everyone was going about Max Lane being the next big thing. Max Lane won't be here next year. This is the everyone is desperate. So I don't know. Hong, good evening.
Written all over him.
Yeah. How are you, mate?
Doing well, Martin. How are you?
Yeah, apart from the meltdown this week.
I was at the I was at the game. I was at the game on Saturday.
Fun.
Yeah, I've never ever seen. Like that. Yeah, I mean, I've never seen a team so devoid of creativity and confidence at the same time on Saturday. I've never seen it. I've never seen. I felt, for me, from what I've seen it live, I just felt like I just didn't feel like we were gonna score. And you know the worst part is, like, West Ham didn't offer any, and West Ham didn't offer anything up front, and their first shot on target was actually their goal against
Well, their only
against
shot.
their only shot, and it was a goal. And the thing is, like, with this, like, I think I'm starting to. I mean, I've been seeing the deficiencies for quite a long time before he joined us. But as much as a phenomenal shot stopper Donnarumma is, for someone of his size and his stature, he should be dominating his box more and dominating set pieces and corners more. But for that goal, he just doesn't.
It was on him. The corner goal was on him, absolutely.
Yeah,
but it's the first time I've seen him. It's the first time I've seen him do a clanger like that. It was almost Bravo levels of nonsense.
Yeah, and for someone, and
Bravo.
And this is
PTSD again.
And it's not like
the league.
Yeah, and the things were good, and it just feels like oh my goodness, like I just didn't feel like a goal was coming. There was times where I was sitting down in my seat, just like praying for something to happen. And when Shirky came on, first touch, he put Haaland through on goal, and I was like, yeah. And I feel like, okay, why didn't you start him, Pep? That was just that's the thing. Guys, I just hope Shirky starts tomorrow. If we have
So I'm going to
any
ask
chance
you the
of a
same
comment.
question. Who would you drop for Turkey on Saturday?
But personally, I know this is going to sound so controversial for me to say. Personally, I just feel like the Semenyo, Marmoush, and Haaland, it just doesn't work. It just feels like it just doesn't work up for me. Like, we need, like, in all three up front, they've got a lot of power and the pace, but I just feel like there's no technical quality with any of them, sadly. And I feel like Semenyo should have been dropped, and I feel like Shirky should have been in the team. Shirky,
agree.
Marmoush or Semenyo, one of them out, and put Shirky in.
Yes.
But everyone's been telling me to get Marmoush in.
Yeah. And Marmoush, I mean, even though he assisted, he was not the most. He didn't really make any sort of impact in the game. And you're talking to someone that's watched it live.
What happened?
I think Marmoush will get there. I think he's good enough. But I don't know whether at this point of our season it's the time to be playing him in.
I actually think Marmoush will be gone in the summer. I've said that for months. I think that'll be the shock transfer out.
But Martin, I mean, if you're going to say that, then who's going to pay his £295,000 wages?
He'll have to take a wage cut.
But does he want to, though? That's the problem.
Well, then he sits on our bench then.
Yeah. So I think, because
but we do need an Alvarez to play with Haaland. We need someone who's comfortable being the second choice striker, who can also do another role. And they're really rare. They're really hard to find because Haaland's injured. Who've we got? Nobody. Haaland's injured with Marmoush. We can put Marmoush in as the forward. So,
well, Marmoush doesn't want to be back up. That's the problem.
Yeah. So not many will. But at 295,000 a week, then I think we'll find one.
You got to be careful because a lot of Marmoush is probably the exception, but the other wage increases I understood because a lot of them were the treble winners. They're gonna get a pay increase when they won the treble. I get a lot of that. So that was under a different regime, etc. The big thing is for me is my only way around the Haaland situation is you use someone like a Macassar. And you bring in someone who's quite happy to play that sort of backup role and get an occasional game or come on and do 20 minutes. And that's going to be the only way because Macassar's doing bits for Leicester now. Leicester fans love him. And if you can bring in someone like a Mikasa, and that's where you use your academy to bring it, because we can't keep, for every 2 years, we can't keep buying it back up to Ireland and then them not being happy. Because this is now.
And we don't know that Marmouche is unhappy, do we? We don't know that for sure.
He has knocked on Pep's door. He has.
Has he?
He's one who's knocked on Pep's door and asked about why he's not playing. If you watch him on Saturday when he comes off and watch his body language and watch what he mouths,
right?
He does mouth why always me. Well, I won't say what he says. Why always me?
Well,
it's clear. I saw that. I saw it on Saturday. He wasn't happy.
It's clear as daylight. His body language just tells you he's pissed off with it.
Again, though, I have to ask a question. What are we getting then? I don't understand. For me, that move now is a bit weird because, like, he's obviously a good player. I mean, I think for another City team having a different manager, he'd be great for us. But right now, under Pep, it feels weird. It's a waste of time for him.
But this is the problem, Andrew. Everyone wants rotation. This is the problem. Because, again, this is one of my other pet peeves. We go back to the start of the season, everyone was moaning about Pep Roulette. Now everyone wants to go back to Pep Roulette again. So we either want Pep Roulette or we don't want Pep Roulette. Which one do we want? Because we're flip-flopping as we're going. Earlier on in the season, and Hong, you know this because we talked about this, everyone was crying for physicality. We bring in the physicality in the midfield and everyone wants to go back to the creative.
I think the everyone is the most important word you said in that. You're absolutely right, but the everyone, because we've got to remember that half of everyone are recently acquired.
I'm not going into that realm. Don't get me on that. So I'm not going into that realm.
No, but they're more hysterical and they're more reactionary because they support a different club than guys like you and me, Martin. They haven't experienced hardship. They haven't known what it's like to support the team when you've been absolutely dog shit and your neighbours are winning everything. And so I'm at peace with them. I'm at peace with the new fans. I think they're brilliant and I like them and I want them to be part of our club, you know. But for us, we have to understand that they're not supporting the same club. It's a different narrative for them. And I like it.
You're waving out there.
I can endure. I want to put this in perspective. I was 19 years old when I endured Stuart Pearce's 06-07 when we scored only 10 league goals at home all season. So I want to put that in perspective. So can you imagine that? And I want to give you a more perspective. Okay, I can endure an 8-1 loss to Middlesbrough on Sven-Göran Nelson's last game. I can endure a 5-0 loss against Arsenal in 2000, if I'm correct. I can endure all of those. I can do all of those things. Yeah, I can do all of those. I could do all of those. I could do all of those things. I could do all of those things.
I wasn't referring to you as newly acquired. I was referring to people who's been the last decade.
No, I think what's happened, you've seen it this week. There's been so much hysteria and nastiness that's gone on.
Yeah,
people are acting players and telling them to get out.
The way I found peace with it was to think about it. I wrote quite a long piece on Twitter, which nobody fucking read, but never mind. But the way I found peace to make peace with
it for me on sanity.
Twitter is
but no, the way I found peace with it within myself, because I found myself getting annoyed with them, is that okay, they're not watching the same club. They don't support the same club. They support Glory Man City. We support Man City. And there's a difference. And it doesn't mean we're better. We're not better than them. But we are watching two different. We're watching two different clubs. And they are watching clubs like Man United watch Man United. And we don't. We are the humble, kind of magnanimous old blues who, you know, are able to take the piss out of ourselves at the drop of a hat. And, you know, and we're not the same. And so there's no point in arguing with them. There's no point in getting annoyed with them because we aren't watching the same club. We support a club called Man City, but they support Glory Man City and have never had their loyalty tested or been through it. They've got a free ride on the Glory train. And I like that
Mhm.
for them. I'm happy for them, you know. But if the glory stops, they won't be here. We will. We'll all still be here.
For me, it's the listen. Support how you want. I don't care if you've been a fan 5 minutes or 30 seconds or 100 years. That's fine. I don't care where you're from. To become a football fan, I don't need to see your passport. I'm not saying that. But
Correct.
what I'm saying is, what I've always said is, learn the ethos of the football club. Learn the club you're coming to join. And I'm sorry, people ain't gonna like this, and I've been called every name under the sun: a Pep sexual, a main road wanker, everything under the gas. Pep's, Haaland lover, Pep Guardiola lover, the old kid caboodle. But the simple fact is, I get told I'm banned from talking about history when Liverpool and United talk about their history more than anyone because they're proud of it. We talk about it and we get called old people and dinosaurs and what we're doing. So the next time Liverpool fans tell me about 6 Champions Leagues, I'm going to tell them they're dinosaurs and they're banned from talking about it because that's the same thing I get hit with. When Man United tell me 20 league titles, I'm going to tell them no, because it's only in the last 5 years that you're allowed to talk about.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're a wanker and you're a Carrick sexual. I get all of this,
or you're an ex-Man United player working as a pundit because they never fucking shut up about it.
At the end of the day, I understand some fans. Some have been brought up in life. The second is the first failure. I hear it. But Manchester City, because I think the title's over, will go 2 years without winning a league title. Man United have gone 13 years and not won it. Arsenal are going to win 1 in 22 years. Liverpool have won 1, but they're fallen off. Chelsea haven't won the league in how many years? Villa, great club, But so this is when I'm in the.
I went off for booing Jack Grealish. That was out of
Martin.
We would never listen. Do I wish we were going to win 10 league titles in a row? You're damn right I did. Yeah. But all I heard off everyone was Manchester City were making the league boring and making it the Bundesliga.
And now they want us back.
And now they want
that because they've seen what the alternative is.
Oh, here's the other
thing.
Let's won 1 Champions League in 10 years. It took Alex Ferguson 13 years to win a Champions League.
Martin, I think the thing is there is a very big cultural difference around people and how they see sports as. A lot of us that are a little bit more patient see sports as a way to meet new people, to hang out with others, to get connections and all of those things, as well as the game, and create a community around it. And some people, unfortunately or fortunately, they just want to see you winning. They just want to see the trophy at the end of the season. That's not how I grew up with sports, but unfortunately, some people did. And that's just a cultural difference at the end of the day. Some people is literally
Man United fans are like that because they've never known anything. The ones who are 30 or 35 years old have never known anything but glory. And we've always defined ourselves as the opposite of them. We don't like glory hunting. But now we have to accept that our success has attracted those kinds of fans. And I'm okay with it. I just don't engage with them anymore.
A lot of fans don't remember having to watch Ben Thatcher try get through a game without nearly leaving the stadium in handcuffs.
But we loved him for it. Go on, Ben, get in.
But yeah, okay. If I remember, correct me if I'm wrong. I watched that game personally. Manchester City drew with Portsmouth 0-0, and Ben Thatcher basically he almost
committed a murder.
Yeah, he basically took Pedro Mendez's soul. That's how I saw it. Would that be accurate, Martin?
I was in the stadium too, and all I remember is the fans nearby seeing him sprint over. The entire stadium knew this is about to end badly. Nobody
For
thought
someone.
that.
Martin, who do you
Seeing
think
him
is
for a tackle and be like, "Oh,
the dirtiest City player you've ever seen, Martin?
The dirtiest?
Yeah, like the most cynical, nasty piece of work.
Me, Thatcher." But I loved him.
Thatcher's up there, isn't
I
he?
don't think.
No, do you know?
I
I'm
don't
going to give you
think-
someone who you're going to shot you now. I'd probably put Steve Lomas in that.
Mm.
But he was a
He
dirty
didn't
little
take
sod.
prisoners.
Thought
I
Steve
think
Lomas. was
Nigel
a
de
big-
Jong is far behind. Nigel de Jong is not far behind, maybe.
Steve- Saying that,
But he was
Steve Lomas.
class. He wasn't just a thug. Ben Thatcher was
Yeah.
just a thug.
By the way,
Sorry,
just say,
Yes.
Danny Mills, maybe.
Danny Mills, cynical.
Danny Mills. Yeah.
Mind you, United also won a Champions League, so what did City have? Just to let you know, we had 2 league titles, FA Cups, League Cups, runners up twice, and we also won the Cup Winners' Cup. What are we doing here, guys? Why I say, learn your history.
Oh, I was going to say,
know-
I think we won. And Martin, would you agree, would that be accurate that we won the FA Cup in 1904?
Yeah, we won it before Arsenal were even
Sounds about
Arsenal.
right. Yeah.
Didn't we win the first double as well?
We also hold, we were the first team to win a European trophy and the league trophy in 69-70. We also hold the league attendance in England against Stoke City in the FA Cup, 84,600 and something. So,
But we're not
guys,
allowed to talk
please
about
don't
our
come here.
past.
We're the wrong channel on the history stuff, guys, because we know it. Thanks very much. But we know it. Vinny Jones never played for us, though, but he was a thug. Ashton, he was a bit of a thug. But he was more of a thug off the field in the changing room with them all. He was kung fu kicking everyone.
I mean, Barton was a nasty piece of work.
How do we forget
Barton,
Barton?
yeah. No, Barton was,
Yeah. I'll probably would. Martin, I know this sounds so recent, but I wouldn't class him as a nasty player, but I would class him as a more of a tactical, clever, nasty, if that makes sense, with Fernandinho.
Nah.
No,
Fernandinho.
He had the dark arts.
He was good at the dark arts.
No, I'm not saying
was
nasty as in
not,
like tactical, clever.
You know,
if
you
that
know
makes
the
sense.
nearest one we've got to that right now, and this is going to boil piss. It's probably Bernardo Silva.
Oh, yes. He's the next
good.
Fernandinho.
He's the guy
Me
who
and our
kicks in the balls. He'll kick the ball into your bollocks and take it with you.
Yeah.
Just tell you to get up.
No, me and our kid watch the games together. I'm in Bangkok. He's a season ticket holder. But we chat on WhatsApp all the way through the game. And one of our favourite things to say is Nardo aggro. You know, as soon as Nardo goes in on one of us will just immediately type Nardo aggro. You know, because it happens every game.
Yeah.
It's cynical.
By the way, Bellingham is out tomorrow. Mbappe's back, but Bellingham is out.
That's a shame.
Mbappe's basically.
I think
I don't think Mbappe's gonna play.
The thing is,
I don't think.
Remember, right? He hasn't played a game for a while. There's no way he's going to be match fit anywhere or anyway, or anywhere near the level he needs to be anyway for that game.
I'm surprised they're taking the chance at 3-up on that.
From what I've heard, Mbappe's not fully fit yet. He's like 50%.
Yeah.
I made a Kusanov compilation after the Real Madrid game last season, and there's some brilliant moments in it where, you know, I mean, he basically pocketed Vinny Jr., but there's a moment where Mbappe looks up because he's just been beaten by Kusanov, and he just looks up, and his expression is, "How do I stop that? How do I beat that?" He was just defeated by Kusanov, and I found that really interesting.
But then we go into last week's game, and Kusanov lost pretty much every duel with Vinny. So I don't think it's as simple as one is fast, the other is fast. Let them battle it out. I think you don't fight fire with fire.
But the speed that Kusanov has, the recovery speed is incredible. I think that could be important because we're going to play a more
it is
attacking
incredible.
game. We're going to need to recover because we're going to go at them tomorrow. Hopefully, inshallah.
Personally, I think that Kusanov's recovery pace is amazing. It's brilliant, yes, but I think his positioning creates the situation where the player is not offside to begin with, so he has to use his pace. And he doesn't close out passing lanes properly, so he has to use the pace to recover from those not closed passing lanes as well.
Good point.
Kind of makes me
I do
miss a
think
younger Kyle Walker.
I think
Yeah.
that we should be doing Gehi and
You know,
Diaz there.
90 minutes. I don't know where it's come from. Some foreign journalist. Apparently, Bernardo and Pep are going to leave, and they're going to be replaced by Enzo Maresca.
Yeah, no sauce, obviously.
No, thank you. No, thank you. I'll give that a miss.
Pep's been leaving every season. It's just porn. It's just rival porn. They put this out there, and all the rivals have a wank.
I'd rather me take over than Enzo Maresca. But
I'll go that. Martin's taking over.
Hey, Martin,
I'll
can I
take
do
over.
it?
Martin, come on.
Martin, give me that team. I'll win us the treble.
Mike Bassett bought Martin. Mike Bassett.
Say, Dylan's got it.
It's been a pleasure, Martin. Thanks for having me on. I've got to go.
4-4-2.
No worries, mate. Always welcome. Thank you, mate.
4-4-2 will be there. Moose on the front.
See, Daniele, are you happy with that? Are you happy with the Maresca if he comes in?
No, because that's not.
I bet you're back. I bet you're off your Pep Island with that one.
I have been consistent because, again, the answers are there. It's the arrogance and the hubris and the deniability that he does not use the players which he has. What is the difference between Mateus Nunes at Sporting and Fede Valverde? They're both high
That's
energy.
a big difference.
No, hold on. High energy, good transition carriers of the ball, multi-positional play. I'm not saying one is better than the other, but how you can use the players within your system ultimately comes down to the coach being willing and able to adjust the system and the player buying in. What we have seen with Pep Guardiola with the players that he's been given, there's an inability and a resistance on his part. Part of it is time, part of it is trust, and part of it is control. He does not like to cross over that line unless he has to. And sometimes later on, he finds out that those players are actually serviceable to use. I think that's always been his blind spot. And I don't want somebody that's cut from that same tree that's going to be making the same type of decision making and mistakes. I want somebody in. I want my German. I've said that from the beginning. I want my German.
Nagelsmann, don't you?
I want my Nagelsmann. If I don't want my Nagelsmann, I want my Oliver. God, what's his name? Hunis from Stuttgart. I want someone that understands the progressive modern game, or I'll even take Fabregas, because Fabregas.
I was going to ask you this.
Fabregas is punching above his weight, or you know what? And I've talked about you this one, Spartacus. Go get me Felipe Luis, because he has.
He's not ready.
Xabi wasn't ready. You don't know until you find. Pep Guardiola was coaching Barcelona B. Some people would have thought that was not ready to coach at Barcelona. Granted, he had the midget man, but City are going to have to make a decision, because Pep cannot keep getting away with the stuff that he's been doing. And some of the again, I'm putting fault at everybody. I'm putting the big fault on the manager, because this is where I get very upset, and where Daddy's about to open up some can of pain, and people in the chat can get upset at me all you want. When we've been told to be harsh, when we've been told to be harsh to the players, we've done it to the young players. Players that have needed time, but Pep Guardiola and this club have judged those players on the GNA. When the GNA is not there, I guess we're supposed to be harsh. Senior players that are supposed to be given, I guess, adaptation time and integration, and we're supposed to be lenient on them, he does that. When in reality, in a results-driven business, you have to give us results right now, because otherwise you've told us that younger players that need time to go through their growth, you don't do that. So to me, it's inconsistency. And again, you've told us before with Jack Grealish, another great example. Jack Grealish wasn't giving you the GNA. But Jack Grealish was operating within the structure of what you need, and he got to the point that he was risk adverse. But Jack Grealish defended for you. Jack Grealish held the structure for you. But you, and again, by Jack Grealish's fault too, you got him out. You decided to then bring Turkey in, and the reports when you signed.
I'm trying to stay quiet on the Grealish thing wasn't.
That's fine. Let me build. When we signed Turkey, we were told that Pep leaned into the Turkey signing. Okay, he gives you the GNA. But now we're finding out that he doesn't hold the structure and the discipline and the defensive side that we want. And you're still banishing him the same way that you banish Grealish. Again, part of his own doing, but also part of it's also by undoing by Turkey, because he can't wake up and all of a sudden become a defensive two-way demon. That's not who he is. So something has to give. You cannot recruit the perfect player, because if you're going to be looking for the perfect player, they're either expensive, they're either on winning teams, and it's going to cost you. So something has to give. And if he's going to continue to be doing this sort of mishy-mash malaise, because again, the scouting department, the recruiting team gave him everything that he needed. They identified flaws within the previous squad for what was needed. But the difference is some of the players either didn't adapt as fast as Pep wanted, weren't at the right state of mind by their own doing, or Pep just simply decided they were not good enough then because he chose, rightfully so, again, I'm not going to fault him, he chose his trusted few, as you like to say. But choosing the trusted few comes at a consequence, because now you've got Victor Hayes on loan and you don't know what the pathway and the plan is. You chose your trusted few and you stumped the development of Kusanov even though it wasn't there. But I'm sorry, in football, sometimes you have to take risk and see if the development can come through. And these decisions have come through on the center backs, on the goalkeeper, in the midfield, in the forward line. I did a deep dive, and apologies for the long-winded. I look back at Julian Alvarez and how you used him versus how you're using Marmoush. And this is now where I'm going to come to the Prince of Egypt, and Daddy's going to put some additional pain. When you had Julian Alvarez with... Hold on. Julian, this is my rant. I've been waiting. My phone has been going in and out. When you had Julian Alvarez, you integrated him off the bench, cup games, and then ultimately it started, but it came because of injury and opportunity. Do you know that Julian Alvarez did not score a single goal when he was played out wide? Color me surprised, very similar to Marmoush. He came and he scored goals when he was either the supporting striker or when he was playing behind as the 10. And then I went and looked at Marmoush when he was playing either as a striker, as a 9, or centrally at Eintracht Frankfurt. Guess what happens? He scored goals. But they signed a player that works in transition because he sometimes becomes redundant on Holland, and you don't use him 13% less than what you used Alvarez, and 13% does make a difference if it's pace, if it's physicality, if it's leadership, if it's ball striking on the team that operates off of margins in the current state. If you choose not to do that, I have no one but you to blame, because you decided you were going to be stubborn, arrogant, and try to play your system, even though you've had different keys for different locks to help you. But this is where the arrogance gets even more confusing. You signed Semenyo and you tried Semenyo as a Julian Alvarez behind the 10, as a supporting striker, even though you know he's more effective in the wing. Make it make sense. Pep
RoboCop.
does math doesn't math. And that's why I get confused.
Daniel, I think you're breaking up, mate. I think you're breaking up a little bit.
So you just heading in and out there. Lee, on Rodri's comment, I think Rodri's gone, mate.
Well,
Rodri's gone.
I think we've got a couple of players that don't that do not fit with each other, and I think to what Daniele was saying, some of it is on Pep, but the person responsible for the squad planning is the sporting director.
I think it's on both.
And I think
there's been a mix-up on both.
Yeah, I think there is a bit on both, but I do think that at the end of the day, the process was there, and Vienna chose to just rip it off and put a new one that clearly doesn't work as well, because you're depending on Pep's talent ID, which
you know the trouble. I'm
isn't
sorry, jumping
very good.
You know the problem. we could get 100 fans on here, and 45 fans will say go and buy one set of players and play one. 20 will say go and set another set of fans, go and get another set of players and play another way. And then you'll get the rest with a mix. And this is the problem with fan opinion. Yes, it's opinion. And I've said this 1,000 times. Fans now think they run the club. If we were Bayern Munich, I'd hear it. You know, if we've got... We're not. We're not. Yes, we can come on here and we can have a bitch, we can have a moan, we can have a happy clap, we can have a whatever you want to do. But we don't choose the players. We're not in training. I don't know who has played crap in training yesterday. They weren't in today. They had the day off. People have had a go at that, you know, because they've had a day off. Jesus Christ.
Hold on. One in today, apparently.
Let's go.
Well, today and yesterday. They've had a day off yesterday and today, one of the two. And everyone had a meltdown over that because they gave him a day off. But sometimes a day off is to go in the gym. And the
that's recovery training that they had, Martin. They weren't fully off.
Let's go back to the Rodrigo situation. After fan base, we're all going crazy over Rodrigo. And after fan base, we're going, no thanks.
Yeah.
So you're never going to please everybody. Nobody's ever going to get what they want in this. So unfortunately, when you say, well, why should we trust Pep? Why should we trust Biano? Because it's kind of the only thing you can do. Because there's nothing else you can do. You can't march down to City and demand what they do. You can't even get to training anymore.
This wasn't because what I was saying, Martin, was just judging how effective the process is now and judging its strengths and weaknesses, right? You're giving more to the manager to choose their own players, but this is very much reliant on how good the talent ID of that manager is, which Pep isn't the best at doing that. Pep understands what he needs, but he's not very good at identifying who is going to give him that, especially on the market. So I think if you're going to do that, you have to build the process around the strengths of your manager, not the weaknesses. And I think Viana is building the process around the weaknesses of Pep, not around his strength. I think that's where I'm criticizing him for. And it's one thing if you're going to do that and you know that Pep is on his way out and you're already thinking about the next coach. And if that's the case, then fair enough. I'll question if maybe you should be catering to the current manager instead of going to the next one, but that's a whole different argument. But I just don't think that the way that he's structuring the transfer strategy is efficient at the moment.
But again, I don't know, because the trouble is, again, not to be happy clappy here, and we're not in the meetings. I don't know what they're doing. So right now, we're all sat here going, well, Rodri this and Rodri that. Rodri may have told them behind the scenes he's going. He just hasn't made it public. Maybe someone at the club knows Rodri wants to go elsewhere. I know everyone's got these big... I'm going to say this. If Rodri wanted to stay, he'd have signed the contract by now, surely. Surely. Why does Rodri need another 2 months to decide on what he's going to do?
Rodri.
What's changing?
I think Rodri wants to go. He's not decided where to. I think he will go to Spain. I think Madrid is not necessarily the destination.
He isn't going Real. After the whole Ballon d'Or stuff, he isn't going Real. Might go back to Atletico.
He's not that bothered about that.
Can I ask why?
He's not that bothered about the whole situation.
I think that's a fan thing.
Maybe I'm under the illusion or delusion, but I'm going to keep that he wouldn't go to Real. The fan base fucking hate him.
I don't think they do.
No, they do, Martin. They do.
Because it's the thing.
They do, but the second that he comes on that door.
You know, yeah, exactly that.
They do hate him, but the second...
Boom, Rodri. I'd be good.
Ballon d'Or, we bought a Ballon d'Or and shit. They are fickle fans, Martin. They. Yeah, that fan base is bad. But the second he drops a bad performance, they're gonna boo the fuck out of him.
Yeah,
So
look at Trent.
yeah,
Look at Trent. Oh, fuck.
Yeah, but hang on a minute. They booed the hell out of Erling Haaland, but they'd have him tomorrow.
Oh no, they booed the hell out of everybody. They booed the hell out of Casillas. They booed Cristiano Ronaldo in his prime. They're just a fickle fan base. They're just a fickle fan base, Martin.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why I don't believe it's I think a lot of people today who are trying to be City this standards thing, people are trying to be Real Madrid. They're trying to be Real Madrid. And for some reason, they want us to be like Real Madrid. And I don't want us to be anywhere frigging near like Real Madrid. I really don't. I don't want us to be anywhere near them.
For all the
to be fair, Martin, we're already booing our own legends, so not far off.
There you go. Yeah, but we're already trying to get bloody Diaz, Foden, Rodri, Haaland all out the door. So, you know what I mean?
We're not far off Madrid. That's what they do.
And listen, I'm totally with. Listen, if Foden wants to go, let Foden go. If Haaland wants to go, let Haaland go. If Rodri wants to go, let him go. I am a big thing this year of badge before club. That's the way I am, and I don't care who you are on that. And yes, Daniela, I just said Foden as well for your ears.
Listen, I have said I don't want him to go, and Nobbins was right. This is the best time to negotiate a contract with him. He hasn't helped himself, but neither has Pep in this.
He's not been good enough lately. He's not been good enough, Daniela.
It's not that he hasn't been good enough. What you've asked him to do isn't something that he's ever done in his career. Which again, square peg, round hole. Why? He was not an 8 in the academy. When Gundogan and others were there, you didn't trial him at the 8. At a phase where the club has inconsistencies and margins and too much to be right, or what can go wrong will go wrong, why would you put him in that scenario? It affects his fatigue. It affects his form. He doesn't have the frame stockiness and frame like Gundogan to carry the ball, have the desire to defend, and oh yeah, by the way, pass and score. You set him up to fail because you thought this is go back to him. You thought you could recreate something, hoping that all players can be something that you wanted them to be, which they're not. He's not an 8. He's never been an 8. If you were trying to develop him into an 8, you shouldn't have gotten Kovacic. You should have said, I'm going to develop Phil Foden over the next 2 years into an 8 while we still have the stability there. You didn't do that. You chose to do it in an instance where you don't have Rodri, a fit Rodri, and you have a Nico G where you struggled to integrate. And oh yeah, by the way, you're going to run a lot, which is going to affect your fatigue. I'm not going to rotate you. I'm not going to sub you. I'm going to run you into the ground. And you did the same thing with Haaland. And just as another marker for everybody to understand, Haaland's first year, he had 12 tactical rest substitutes that Pep did. Since that first 2 years, this year he's got 2 tactical rest substitutes or whatever, and they've come partially because of injury. So again, if it's something that you claimed was important and that you were trying to protect your players and you know what the squad is and that the Premier League is a marathon and not a sprint, you did this to yourself. And that's where I get upset at him. And I don't blame Viana. I get upset because I think Viana and everybody else has been trying to compromise and accommodate with someone that walks around the club with a godlike complex. Doesn't mean he doesn't care about the players. He does.
Can we not do that? We're not doing hashtag 47, hashtag 26.
No. I'm not.
No, I don't mean you. People in the chat. Let's not do that.
I'm not going to do that. I think he's a good player. You coddle him, you support him. And
I think he's a phenomenal player.
You put him in the positions where you play to his strengths and you build him up. Don't put him in a position. He's not Bernardo. He doesn't have the engine of Bernardo. So why would you hope that he can run around like a chicken and it not affect his shooting or his confidence? That's madness.
Run around like a chicken. It's true. You are. What you're doing is you're saying to Foden, you are the creator. You're the guy who can do it. Hong, you've been at games. We know how Foden can be close in that box. He's got a shot at him from 25 yards. So, let's stick him further back to win the ball and run round. I don't want Phil Foden running the most kilometers in our team. That wasn't what his game was. Phil Foden was not meant to be the marathon runner of the team.
Again, Martin, another example. Mateus Nunes has a very good engine. In a transition type of scheme, he can run around and he can put in the tackles. Put him in the Bernardo role. You did it for 20 minutes in patches. Build him up to get to that point. Designate that as a role. But you won't do it. You took the techie player. Hold on, Spartacus. You took a techie player that worked in conjunction with Holland when the dependability in terms of the goals and the assists when Turkey were out, that was one of the driving engines. You took that spark plug out, and now you're surprised why the engine isn't running. That's on you.
He's right. He is right on that.
But I do think that the goal with bringing Foden further back is trying to emulate what PSG did of bringing Vitinha back, bringing John Neves back, and bringing more technical ability closer to our goals. So
but Spartacus, Martin just told you right there. He's not the.
I agree.
Spartacus, just for a point, Vitinha played in the relegation side Wolves, where they were constantly under attack, and when they did get opportunities, they had to break quick. Different player, different adversity. Same thing with John. When John Neves was integrated into the Benfica side, he was playing all over the. He was Bernardo. What you're seeing now with PSG in a deeper, more organized role, that's Luis Enrique. That's something that they identified, but even then, they integrated him slowly. What he decided to do in this year with Foden, he's not physical. And again, he's not Vitinha. You hoping that Foden overnight can turn into Gundogan is madness. That's like me hoping that overnight I grow 5 inches and all of a sudden I'm a porn star. It doesn't work that way.
Yeah, I agree with what you said, Daniele, but I think this is Daniele. But I do agree with what you said, but I also see that unless we want to move into this physical side with Semenyo, O'Reilly, all of these physical players on the top end of the pitch,
but that's
we need to put. Yeah, and we established that this is not good, right? We're not playing well, we're not being able to create, we're not being able to do much of what we want to do. If you don't want to go into this side of the game, then you need to bring more technical ability closer to goal, or you need to switch the goalkeeper. And unfortunately, Turkey, he's not able to do that role at all. At all. The guy, he needs to be further up the field.
Who recruited the goalkeeper?
Viana and Pep, both of them.
Oh, stop it. Why is it when you want to criticize, you go Viana? Pep, Holland. Right there.
Yeah, but I do agree.
Pep Guardiola.
I know, but this is the thing. When you are the sporting director, you can't just demolish a process that was there beforehand and just give the manager who's not good at profiling players.
No, Marcus, I knew you'd find somewhere around it. We are not opening the Donnarumma Trafford debate. I'm not doing it.
This isn't that, Martin. I'm not going there. I'm not going there, Martin. What I'm saying is, when you're a sporting director, your goal is to maximize the strengths of your manager, and minimize the weaknesses of the manager. What is Pep's biggest weaknesses? He's not good at identifying talent. He's not good at that. Historically, throughout Barcelona, whenever he buys a player from himself, that he looks at a player and it's like, yeah, I want this guy. Usually it doesn't work out. You can see it pretty much everywhere. But when he's given a player, he usually finds a way to make it work, because the player has the traits and the profiles of things that will make it work, that will help him do it. What Viana is doing currently is giving Pep the keys to buy the players that he wants. But unfortunately, Pep is not good at identifying what he needs in the player. He's not good at that. Yeah. And I think this is a very big problem that we're facing right now. We're buying players that Pep wants, but Pep is not good at finding the players that he needs. And I think we should be giving that away from him.
If Pep Guardiola had his way, Koulibaly
Big up, Chopper.
would have been at City. If Pep Guardiola had his way, Jules Koundé and Dani Alves would have been at City. The thing that stopped it, and that was Chiki and Soriano giving him those players. What stopped them was the price. This club has been trying to accommodate him and give him what he's wanted multiple times. What
That's
hasn't
what you want
worked,
to do with the manager, isn't it?
100% is what you want to do, because you can't be Viana. You come in and you don't give Pep Guardiola what he wants. I'm sorry, Pep Guardiola is no different than the players. They have feelers in the media. Tensions will go out and they'll say, well, Pep's not winning. Viana didn't give him what he needs. I'm sorry, when it was 2 points, is great job, Viana. I saw people going outside and trying to find Viana coming out the bus. All of a sudden, he was a good sporting director. So he gave Pep clearly.
No, listen, Daniel, just on that, and we're going to end in 5 minutes, just to give everyone clear warning. I do appreciate it. It's been a fantastic debate and an adult debate, sensible rather than rip-roaring, screaming at each other. So thank you all for that. But the one thing I will say is, you just said it there. In the summertime, Daniel, when I was doing Twitter shows, you know this was going on. 90% of people were having a go at Viana for the summer. Then in January, when he buys Gay and Semenyo, he's the greatest thing since sliced bread again. Yeah? Now, 7 weeks in, people are criticising Semenyo. I'm like, I can't keep up when people are changing narratives and opinions at 5,000 miles per hour. It's like Semenyo, for example, it's like finding a girl or a boy or whoever you want to be with and knowing you're going to marry that person within 7 weeks. You don't know. Have a few dates first. Court them, whatever. Sorry, sounding up there. But my God, do we know what people want after 7 weeks now? How do I know Semenyo's going to be in 7 weeks' time?
I think, Martin, I think you can look at what the player has been and project what he will be. Because I don't think players change completely.
But it also depends on who we're going to buy in the summer. We may have bought players now for a new way come the summertime, and we're going to buy other players to suit into that. We don't just, everyone thinks you hit the summer and you buy everyone together.
But Martin, my point is, you can't, for example, let's use Semenyo as an example. Throughout his whole career, he has never been a player who's got particularly great creative numbers and has never been a player who has a particularly great first touch. If we're going to expect him to become a creative player with a great first touch, we just bought the wrong player then, because he's not going to be that. Players don't become a different player completely. It's very rare for that to happen. So it's fair to expect for Semenyo goal scoring and that ability to get into the box and strike the ball very well that he is really with. It is fair to expect from Semenyo the physicality aspect and the out of possession aspect, which has always been there in his game. But if you're going to expect him to become a different player, a technically gifted player who's very great, very good at finding passes, that's not the guy. That's not him. He's never going to do that. So you can see at the past and project the future as well. That's not something particularly bad.
Is he a striker or a winger?
Both. He played at both for his career. He played literally at both.
Where did he have success to get the move? Was it at striker or winger?
Well, it was at winger, but that was at
correct.
Winger, but because Bournemouth didn't need him as a striker, when you look at his numbers at Bristol when he was a striker, he was also very good.
It was a winger that also was allowed to come inside and shoot from distance as well and have that free sort of role.
Correct.
A little bit like Cherky was at the very start of the season, if you know what I mean by that.
Correct. So why would you wake up one day and play him at the 10?
Because I think I've told you why. Because he wants to build the physicality behind him. In my opinion, he's gone overly physical in the midfield.
City just don't shoot from distance anymore. That's one thing I've noticed.
Yeah, that's massive. Yeah, spot on.
Roger
Wait,
Foden.
wait.
Foden's best
City don't
move
shoot
for a
from
couple of
distance, or
years,
City
20
don't
yards,
have
bang.
slayers.
What?
Semenyo can shoot from distance. Foden can shoot from distance. Cherky can
Rodri
shoot
can
from distance.
thunderbastard it.
When was the last time
can
I
shoot
said a
from
Rodri
distance.
thunderbastard? I used to always say Rodri Rocket. I used to say Rodri Rocket 5 times a season in my watch-alongs.
But I also think Rodri has been very bad. I think he's been very bad when he shot as well, because I think he's still getting used to to his body. So
I'll be honest. This is going to sound awful. I personally think I don't think Rodri's checked. I think there are some players that know they've come to the end, and they're kind of in the middle of this.
Or they know that they can't win regardless of how they express themselves. So why even bother?
Maybe. But I'm sorry, I believe Pep will stay here till 2027 and leave. Do I think that's right? No, I've said numerous of times. I think if Pep's going to stay, he should sign a long-term deal, 3-4 years. I don't think signing 2 years helps us, because we're always, every 12 months, we are going into the same cycle of if and when. That's just my honest opinion. I'll be straight with you. If you go Maresca, I'm sorry, he's a step backwards. It's so far a step backwards. It's unreal.
I'd rather just take company than Maresca coming in. I'd rather just take
company bothers me though, Dan, because you've seen this week how unstable some in the fan base can be. People ain't going to give company 3 years. You won't do it.
But
Martin, can I ask you something? Sorry, then Paul.
I was just going to say the zero patience, as we've seen with a bunch of the players. Think of some of these signings that we've got in and people have already wrote off. Echeverry's been wrote off. The kid's like 19, 20. Savio, while I think it's not looking great, when we got Kevin De Bruyne, he was still at Chelsea at Savio's age. And look how he turned out. Not saying Savio will, but some of these young lads, man.
Savio was meant to be the guy to learn, not to be the guy to take over.
Yeah, where people go, oh, it's terrible, it won't be all this. Yeah. Look where some of the legends out there, what they were doing at 20. Not everyone is Ronaldo and Messi. Some need to get about 24. Then the fun begins.
No, because that's Yamal's caused that. Because of the way Yamal is, everyone thinks a 20-year-old's now Yamal.
Yamal is going to be done by about 26, just like Rooney was. The kid's had about 120 games and he's what, 14?
No, I'm not having this. Company has a lot more goodwill than Pep. No chance, mate. No.
I'm going to ask this to the whole panel. I already know Danielle is going to say about this, but
that's crazy.
Next summer is going to be a very, very important summer, right? It's going to be a pivotal summer.
I have to respond to this. The fans haven't liked Pep since 2022. What fans? Because nobody in the stadiums boos Pep. Nobody in the stadium doesn't cheer Pep. Where's this come from?
Excuse me?
The fans haven't liked Pep since 2022. Where's that come from? We sing Pep Guardiola every single game we're at.
Have they been to the Etihad at all since 2022?
And that's not me saying, oh, I'm a better fan. I'm just saying that statement is factually incorrect. That's a crazy statement to make.
So the thing for me, and this is something that I'm going to ask, that guy is just trolling. That can't be right. But next summer is going to be a pivotal summer at City, right? We're going to spend a lot of money in buying a lot of key players. Yikes! We're going to buy.
You're using Baldiola as a booking reference on Twitter. Come on, behave. I'm not saying anything that guy says serious.
We're buying very important players in key areas, right? Ellie Anderson. Looking at Tonali, looking at a lot of important players in very important positions.
Say the other name.
Yeah, no, I'm not.
Thank you.
You know who I'm talking to, who I'm talking about, because I sent you a DM. But anyways.
I already heard this morning. His name flashed up on my WhatsApp this morning. Which I'm sorry, it's fucking 3 years too late because I wanted him at the time, but never mind.
Yeah, but we're gonna spend a lot of money. Would you, if Pep doesn't sign an extension, would you rather?
I'm fully with that message, not him. No.
No, it's not Bruno.
Would you rather?
Gibbs White
Sure.
is on the list. Gibbs White is on the list, Andrew, and you know that.
Would you rather go for another manager like a Fabregas and give him the keys for the rebuild, or give back the money to just be here for one more season and rebuild for him, but not have him guide the team in the future? If you understand what I'm saying.
That comment, sorry, bud. That comment, every Twitter
That's
poll,
online.
ask me a
That's
Twitter
online.
poll. I'm not reading anymore past
Yeah,
Twitter
that's
poll.
online, Dana. That's not, mate. Within the stadium, no one's doing that. No one's shouting Pep out in the stadium. Mate, I go home and away. Nobody's shouting Pep out in the stadiums. Nobody.
It's just a loud minority.
Hung will say that because he goes home and away. Nobody's shouting Pep Guardiola at the games. Get out. Nobody's doing that. Hung, what do we always sing even when we lose at the end of the game?
We got Guardiola.
We love you, City. We do. We love you, City. We
And
do.
what,
We love you,
what's the other
City.
song sing? We've got
Okay.
Guardiola.
Guardiola. We've got.
No, I don't know what.
Guardiola.
Please don't. This. I mean, people are taking what's going on Twitter as the real world. Twitter is not the real world. I'm sorry, it's not. It's not the real
Since you
world.
could start making money on Twitter, it's just gone downhill.
Unfortunately, yeah. Twitter is Twitter, and there's a place for it in the world, but don't presume what goes on Twitter. They even sing about Savio in the stadium. Not as much, but they do. There's none of this. It's like people had to go at the fans at Madrid, didn't they? And I don't know, did you go, Hung? People were clapping them after the 3-0 defeat, and people are going, how dare these fans clap that team? They should be booing them off. That's not in the City DNA to boo off. We don't do it. Whether that's right or whether that's wrong, we don't do it. We don't boo.
Martin, I was not in the Madrid for the 3-0 defeat, only in the 2-1 win. But I won't. But I wasn't there because I had to work last week. Sadly, I'm not there tomorrow, but I will be I will be watching.
Oh, you're fake fan.
well. Yeah, I'm a fake fan.
You know,
I was at West Ham.
You're normally sat near me.
Yeah, no, and also I will be at Wembley on Sunday as well, so I can.
Oh,
definitely
good
say
man.
that.
Where you sat?
Because, where the corners are.
What block?
Do you want to dox him like that,
exactly.
Martin?
I'll find out.
I'm not doxing his address out.
No, it's like you know where the corner. Oh goodness, I'll share with you right now.
I'm actually in block 1-3. I'm in block 134, entrance J. Andrew's in the third tier, the fake fan. Andrew, you fake little fan, you in that third tier.
Okay, 128. 128.
Oh, I'm in 134. I'm actually in 134, where the Tifo's going to be.
Yeah, I'll be at the where the corner is, basically, if that makes sense.
Row 16. I'm not telling you my seat number, but block 134, entrance J, yellow zone.
Yeah,
I'm on the lower tier, me, Andrew. Lower tier, me. Lower tier, you fake fan.
And also, Martin, I'm going to choose to be positive and not be a moaner. I'm going to say this. Tomorrow, I'm going to be behind the boys from minute 1 to 95, whatever happens, regardless.
Look at that. Thanks for your block address. I go with people who prefer being cheapskates.
Yeah.
Listen, I am actually going to do a vlog. I'm going to take some videos. I'm going to go live from the stadium, from the fan zone. I'm going to do some fan zone. I'm going to be live from the fan zone. Well, we're going to wrap it up now. I want to say a massive thank you to everyone who's come on, because you've all been really, I think tonight's been really therapeutic, really good. It's been a good adult conversation. We've had some constructive criticism. We've had a bit of everything, which is good, which is what it should be. We shouldn't be doing this. I'm against you and you're against me, and I'm a better fan than you and you're better. That's all bullshit. We're Blues. Let's just get on with it and back our boys. Oh, by the way, this week coming up on the channel, this is Wednesday. I haven't obviously quite got this nailed down yet because I don't know whether we're going to win or lose. But stateside on Wednesday will be the Real Madrid post-match. So that is obviously going to change depending on the result. And then on Thursday night chat is a complete Carabao Cup final special. So that will be live on Thursday around about 8:45. Also, a little bit of information. Don't forget that the Liverpool fixture is on sale now. Saturday, the 4th of April, kickoff 1:45, 2026. Also, don't forget the Kids for Cancer link that we're doing here from Dash as well. You've got 6 days left on this. QR code will take you straight to the link and show a little bit of love. Don't forget the Romantada for tomorrow. Let's back behind the boys. Enjoy it. Yeah. But thank you, Dan, for coming on. Appreciate that, mate. Hong, as always.
This has been my first ever one. I've enjoyed it.
Yeah, and you've been absolutely amazing. So well done.
Cheers, bud.
More than welcome to come back. Hong, as always, thank you, mate. Spartacus, the Donnarumma hater, lover.
Yeah, it's always here. It's always good to be here to fight the anti-Trafford agendas.
Yeah. And thank you, obviously, to Danielle, to Luke, not in my lifetime. Go and give him a lot of love. To Kingsley, to Dylan, who's in the chat, everyone who's been on tonight, for the super chats from BM and Bevo. Thank you for your very kind generosity. It means a lot and goes far. And we will see you all on Wednesday. Now, for the post game, I'm not here tomorrow because I'm obviously going to the game. So have a lovely evening. Smash those likes on your way out. Let's see if anyone's live. Is anyone live to send you to? Let's have a look. Is there anyone we can raid? Or is everyone Is everyone being lazy and not streaming? It doesn't look like anyone's live. Even the big six have ended, I think. Yes, everyone is finished. 1:15 in the morning. Everyone's been a bit lazy. It is what it is. But we'll see you all tomorrow. As always, up the Blues. Let's make the Etihad rock. And guys, be a bit nicer. If you're an happy clappy, let him happy clap. If you want to be a miserable bastard, let him be miserable. It is what it is, but we are all Blues. Take care. And let's do it tomorrow. Yes, I am going to the box part, mate. And I'm going to the Green Man. Take care, all. Bye-bye.
Have a good one.